Here we are again, MOBEER, Cold Takes, the spooky sessions, the Halloween special. Friday MOBEER, Cold Takes. I am Mo, and as usual, we've got Charlie Chuggs.
Hello. I was mid-sip.
We rehearsed this. It's not that hard. We also have J-Mo, the beautiful J-Mo.
Hey.
And back again. Don't call it a comeback, but we have Matt Mondello.
Don't call it a comeback. It's a rare appearance.
I feel like where we are now, because we're 9 episodes in, this is like Saturday Night Live. We have starring Charlie Chuggs and J-Mo, and you're like a featured performer now.
I can dig that.
But it's okay. Like Keenan was a featured person for like 12 years before he became every single Saturday Night Live.
Keenan and Kel Keenan?
Keenan and Kel,
I didn't watch Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah, he's been on forever. He does every single sketch.
Nice.
But we are brought to you by a couple of phenomenal breweries. One of them being Twisted Fate Brewing, 120 Andover Street, Danvers, Massachusetts. Open Thursdays 2 to 11:30, Fridays 2 to 9, Saturday 11 to 9, Sunday 1 to 7:30. There'll be a test on that later. They will have music this Saturday. That's not this Saturday. What is this date today? What's the date today?
It is the 17th.
17th, all right. But on the 29th, they will have live music by a
singing.
band. Don't scare people away. It'll be by a band with a phenomenal name for a band that plays at a brewery. The band's name's called Slightly Buzzed.
Nice.
That's clever.
They'll be pouring
It doesn't.
at the Lincoln Field Day in Lincoln, Massachusetts at the Pierce House on Sunday the 30th from 12 to 3. There'll be a new beer out this week, a Diaper, and a pumpkin ale. And guess what? Some big news for Twisted Fates. They have purchased themselves a canning machine and will be making a lot more beer.
Breaking out the cans.
What were they doing before? They were at that mobile company?
Yeah, like that home brewing one, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really see it.
Big moves.
But good stuff, big stuff coming out of Twisted Fates. We are also sponsored by Apothecary Ales. Apothecary Ales is located in 303 Main Street, Reading, Massachusetts. Open.
North Reading,
Massachusetts. Yes, it's a little bit north of Reading. Mondays, Monday through Wednesday, they're open 11:30 to 10. Thursdays, 11:30 to 10:30. Friday and Saturday, 11:30 to 11. Thank you for being open past 9 o'clock for us people that want to go out. And Sunday, 12 to 9. They will be participating in Scottoberfest this Saturday, October 22nd at the Reading Town Common, 1 to 7 p.m. They'll be partnering up with Small Change Brewing and Brewery and Wandering Soul. They will be also part of a Scottoberfest that will have some great entertainment by the Attractors with Ricky Rocksteady, the Runaround Sound, and New Limits. There'll be food and more great news. Apothecary, for those of you anywhere near North Reading, can now come to your door via Uber Eats.
I read that.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
And they'll deliver food, and they give you free what? Buffalo balls or something? What do they say? No, if you read it, it said they give you free, if you purchase so much of something, they give you
Free balls.
Free appetizers.
So is this something that Uber Eats is allowed to do for everybody?
I should pull this
or
up.
like what? Well, obviously
I'm
they
thinking-
get,
I
like,
thought it was only
alcohol.
Drizzly or whatever
Drizzly,
it was
Drizzly
that
is
did the
the
alcohol
delivery.
delivery.
Yeah.
They are, I mean, who am I to judge? But yes, they will. And we've got some other news with Apothecary Ales and Twisted Fate we'll talk about later. We spilled the beans in a previous podcast. But those are our amazing sponsors. We are also sponsored by our parents, MOBEER, www.mobeer.beer. And there you can find the Ultimate New England Brew Tour. Charlie Chuggs, what's in your glass?
In my glass, I stopped at the Common Man roadside little thing on the side of the highway on my way here up in Hooksett. Usually they have a pretty decent selection of some local beers. Mm-hmm. I've never seen this one on any shelf, though, and it is Deciduous Mighty Glad. As we used to call them, the King in the North. really pumped that I can find it outside of the brewery. As Matt said, it's only a handful of their beers that they're distributing for now, but that's fine with me. I got a taste of it that I hadn't had in a while, and it is really excellent beer.
You are mighty glad that you found it.
I am mighty glad.
J-Mo, what's in your glass?
I'm drinking the 603 Oktoberfest Marzen.
That was the last one.
I know.
Damn it.
I gave myself a rim job.
Self-rimmer.
Self-rims.
It doesn't take very long. The good news for all of us, and especially for Corey Macon, is I can't see the timer with this setup here, so I can't tell you how long that was before Jessica made a sexual reference.
5 minutes and 54 seconds.
Chug! Matt, welcome back. What's in your glass?
All right. So I got, speaking of Corey Macon, I have Proclamation. I got Derivative, single hopped Citra. I don't think I've ever had this one before, and it's delicious. It's literally, I think it's 6.6%. Yeah, straight 6%. It's just nice, light Citra IPA. It's not anything crazy heavy, but it does the trick.
Sweet. I am going back to Vitamin C here and their sour pipe project. I believe this is a pineapple sour. I can't read my can. Not that many people can. But so I don't know how much alcohol is in it, but it is a delightful, delicious beer. We are in yet another setup here. This is our third different setup in our 9 episodes. Ideally, we broadcast from the Tiki Bar. However, falls in New England are unpredictable, and so we moved it down into the man cave for a couple episodes. Maybe it was one, I don't remember. And a couple episodes. We are now in Spookyville, which is just
Seriously,
basically it's the
Spookyville.
den of our house. This is where I do most of my work.
I
had
haven't
to
gotten up
reset
yet.
it. And like I said before, we had planned to do a Halloween special here, which, by the way, if I'm being honest, and I hate Halloween. I fucking hate Halloween. I've never liked Halloween since I was
What
a
is it
child.
about Halloween that you don't like, Mom?
I have no idea. I don't think
Weird thing to kind of just hate.
He's scared of monsters.
No, I never really enjoyed it as a kid, except for the candy, of course. But it was just kind of a chore. And in my day, you had like a choice between the kitty cat and the bear with the plastic mask, or maybe if you were really rich, you got to be the Hulk, or maybe dressed up as like a football player or something like that. But as an adult, I don't get it. I don't get why grown-ass adults dress up or put, like, skeletons on their houses or anything. I just don't get Halloween.
Well, it's fine. You don't have to. Dude, let's take a look.
What's happening right now?
That scared the shit out of me.
Dude.
So many things that are just going to scare everybody tonight.
So, we... all right, so, yeah, this is for the... If you're listening, you have no idea what's going on. We're just bringing some atmosphere to the room here with the fog. So we were planning on this, and we have our personal ghost stories that we're going to share. But what you're not going to see and what you don't hear is before we started to record, we all just came to sit down in the room, and this is my den. I'm in here every single day. This is where I work, and you can't wave off the fog. It's part of the aura.
It's probably
It's
acting
here.
as an awesome
scary.
filter and taking care of like wrinkles and shit.
Sure is. So anyway, we were all just standing there, and if you're watching on YouTube, that shelving unit over there came crashing down.
started falling
Nothing
apart.
was different than any other day. It just came crashing down, glass breaking, pictures falling.
I shat my pants.
Charlie has new sneakers, and we saw how high he can jump in them.
That's right.
They work really good.
I
So
literally
just-
have not moved.
Keep
since
that
happened.
in mind.
I'm petrified.
When I tell my ghost story, because it is relevant to a little bit later on in the programming
There he
here.
goes, just stirring up the pot, too.
Charlie, how was your week?
My week was all right. I took notes this week because I didn't want to forget things that happened.
And you're just like
and
Jessica.
up until about 20 minutes before I came here, I had one note. And now I have two
Ate
notes.
a sandwich.
I know what that note was.
No, that was different. Last night we had a going away party for the owners of Boston Billiard Club, the bar I work at. They sold More fog? Why more fog?
I think it scares the shit out
We're
of me
gonna
every single
die.
time.
I hope the smoke detectors don't go off.
Yeah, well. So we had a party. Had a couple hundred people there. Ripped it up. Made some fucking sweet money. No, I mean nothing really else to tell. But I had an Airbnb guest this past week that booked the morning of. I had an open night, and I was like, I'm sorry, we'll clean the place up a little bit, whatever. Taking that off. They booked the morning. I'm like, okay, now we got to get the place ready for them. Show up, they were quiet or whatever, and next day, you're supposed to check out's 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Got to be out, got to clean the place for the next guest.
You have another guest that night?
Yeah. Ooh. So, 11 o'clock rolls around, they're still not out, they're outside taking pictures. I was like, I'll give them a couple minutes, let them enjoy themselves, they look happy or whatever. It's three of them. Looks like a couple and another guy. So I don't, whatever went down there, whatever you're into.
Whoa, wait. A couple, and plus one.
Plus one. But they looked like they were getting ready. They were like, some of their suitcases were up by the car. Now it's 11:15, 11:30. I sent her a gentle message. I said, hey, just to let you know, checkout's 11 o'clock. Hope you had a great stay. Within 5 minutes of sending that text, I look outside again to see if they're on their way. And one of the dudes is pissing in my driveway. And I was like, boom, 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 boom. I go, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was like, I got kids in here. Like, what the fuck's your problem? And he's like, just stupid face zips up and like walk of shame back into the house. I'm like, bro, you are like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
What the? It's not like you guys are at a campground. You're a private residence.
Yeah.
You're in a home.
It's not like we're in the tiki bar recording a podcast, drinking a bunch of beer.
Right,
and, like,
right, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a solid bush nearby. Under the shadow of darkness. Like, just peeing. And I was like, I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, dude, like, now it's really time to go. Like, your buddy's taking a leak in my driveway. Like, you're late. Like, you guys get out. They took an additional 45 minutes from that point
You should try
to pack up. Dude, like,
They were there for one night.
they were there for one night.
You
They were
don't
there.
even
They
unpack
were
a
there.
suitcase for
They
one
were
night.
there for less than 14 hours. They got in at like 10 o'clock at night, and they were supposed to leave by 11 the next day. So I don't know what they were doing. What was going on?
Shady.
Like, young kids. They were like maybe 24, 25, but I was not happy.
Purely sexual.
But then she's like, her response was, he says he's sorry for any inconvenience he caused. I was like, first of all, you didn't cause an inconvenience. Like, I just like
Just being a douche.
just being an idiot.
Don't take a piss in my driveway.
And she's like, and by the way, the place was dirty. I'm like, no, it fucking wasn't. Fuck you. Like, I can't believe I just caught, like, I could have called the police. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm not going to call the police for pissing the fuck. But, like, I just caught one of your guests peeing in my driveway, and instead of being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm embarrassed, your first response is, like, your place was dirty. Fuck you, it was dirty.
Did they leave you a bad review?
No, so they have up to 14 days to leave a review, and they have not left one yet. Or maybe they have, and it hasn't been approved by Airbnb because I sent Airbnb a message. I reported the guest for inappropriate behavior. So I don't know. Maybe they did leave
So
a
do
review.
they know that before they leave a
I
review?
don't know. So in order for me to see a review that a guest has left me, I have to review the guest. So I don't know if it's the same on the other side. But I reported them, and I left a review on them. They left the inside pretty clean. Like they were
Yeah, they cleaned up after you.
What's that?
They cleaned up
They cleaned
after
up after me.
They're doing it cleaner somehow.
Filthy animal. But yeah, that was it. Good guy peed in the. That was my week.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. What happened in your week, Jessica?
Oh, I'm next? Oh, sorry. I was expecting...
It's just we're just talking.
I just want to
here.
real quick add that the apothecary thing, if you do the delivery, the
Uber
Uber
Eats.
Eats, you get free buffalo chicken rangoons included with all orders over $40.
They are,
love-
those are delicious.
I love all
They're
things
amazing.
Rangoon.
Yeah. So I just wanted to correct myself because I don't want people calling me like, Jessica says you get a free something.
You're just
You get
giving
free
away
balls.
Giving away
you
the
get free
farm over
balls.
here.
I was promised
Something
balls.
about buffalo balls. Well, it's a rangoon, not a ball.
love
So, but
Rangoons.
similar.
It's okay.
Anyway, my week, my week was super lame. Actually, it was not much going on. I gave
Didn't
the
you-
poodle a bath.
Didn't you guys go bar hopping through Amesbury or Haverhill or wherever the hell you guys
We
went?
did. Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently
yeah,
that was lame.
there's a
Not notable?
Apparently lame.
No, I mean, that's on there. I mean, I just want to start with giving the poodle a bath.
Yeah, maybe I need to approve your material before we go on.
Did you take the poodle's diaper off before you gave him a bath?
Yeah. And I think I'm going to get him into training for that. He's good. He's adjusted.
train
He's a
him,
rescue.
give
He
himself a
needed a
bath?
year to just figure out how to live normally. So
Yeah.
I also realized your phone definitely listens to everything you say. So last week we were talking about having to pee and girls and small bladders.
Little bladders, yeah.
I got an email the next day about peeing too frequently. So I opened it and I ordered and got
It
them
said wear
super
a poodle
quick.
diaper.
Yeah, and I actually grew a lady dick this time. Yeah, it's really sweet.
Sprouted one.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what you were looking at or talking about, Mo, when you got your email.
Yeah, that's right. That wasn't random, dude. There was a reason you got that email.
Automatically get that when you're old.
just wish I
You hit a certain age and they just.
Yeah.
But maybe.
What else happened? Our kid's finally cleared to play.
That's good.
So we're hoping she hits practice hard this week and we get to see her this weekend play. That'll be really exciting. But if not, just the fact that she's healthy again is awesome. I beat Mo in a thumb war.
What?
I just recently taught my kid how to thumb.
Whoa! When did this happen? Was that when I was drunk?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't recall this at all, and I
This
would
was
never concede
at,
victory.
This was at Barking Dog.
Barking dog.
Yeah.
We thumb wrestled.
We thumb warred and I won with this little thing.
I don't know. You're taking advantage of my alcohol consumption
Nope.
and memory.
You
Your
said
thumb looks like a
something.
big toe.
I know.
Or
Put it against
wait a second.
Look,
Show me that thumb again.
What time do we have feet talk?
1657. That's
that
the
crazy?
littlest thumb I've ever seen.
I know. It's really cool. It's the tiniest thumb.
Really cool.
I want a rematch.
I beat Mo's thumb.
This didn't happen.
With my tiny
This did not happen. Matt, how was your week, man?
Wasn't done with my
Well,
week.
I mean,
what?
I've had a few weeks.
You got more?
Yeah, just go fuck yourself. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey! No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought that was it.
No,
you
that's
you put
it.
your phone down.
I was
so
going
I
to
thought
talk
you were
about
done.
date night and how awesome it was, but nope.
Oh, whatever. You already just said how horrible it was because I lost at thumb wrestling. It doesn't get any better.
No, that was a highlight of her week.
Of her week, but that's not the highlight of it.
You don't even remember it, so
now
it doesn't
I'm more
matter.
interested in what Matt's week was like.
All right, Matt. How was your week?
My week was good. Just got relocated to working in government center, so working in Boston is always fun.
Government.
A lot of good restaurants and stuff in the area though, so grabbing lunch is nice. But I went to Encore for the first time.
Yeah.
Encore.
I had never been there. Not really much of a casino guy, gambler, or anything like that. But we went to Fratelli's for dinner. That was super expensive, but unbelievable.
You can't get a hamburger in Encore for less than $24.
Yeah, no, the food. I got carbonara. That's not an overly complex dish, and it was $39.95.
Jeez, it's fucking pasta.
My
and egg
wife
yolk.
got ravioli. 5 ravioli, $40.
Were they loaded?
$12.50 a ravioli.
What the fuck was in that ravioli?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
How many raviolis?
5.
5 for $40.
Yes.
Caviar
$8
stuffed
ravioli.
That's.
The fuck?
My buddy
I'm in the wrong
got
business.
the smallest
I
portion.
will open up a card table right here in this room, and I will charge $30 for ravioli.
My buddy got the smallest portion, and he got a presentation with it. So the guy come out and torch
give
the
me a
the wheel of cheese
dude.
and mix the pasta in.
Stop.
And then
Oh,
he
I've seen
shaved
that,
the
yeah.
truffle onto it.
That's worth the entertainment.
doing all this stuff. $55.
Garbage.
And it was literally
55.
a half a bowl of pasta.
Dude, I fucking hate Encore.
But
You know what's in
drinks
Encore?
were really good.
Night Shift. Night Shift has a location.
Night Shift
in Encore.
was
Trash.
the only
that place is
place
trash.
in
Encore is trash.
That's how you know Encore
I would go to
sucks.
Boston.
Night Shift had a line out the door.
Nashua, New Hampshire is where I would go.
The food was decent there, but fuck.
Charlie's really upset about
I don't like
Encore. He
I
doesn't
don't
like him at
Encore.
all.
Well, when they first opened, it was the lowest minimum table there was $50. I like blackjack, $50 minimum. I get whatever. Maybe on a Saturday. This was a Tuesday night, $50 minimum table. Fuck you.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
And unacceptable. Anything else, Matt?
No, not really too much. Just been going to school a lot. You guys have been recording, and
Yeah.
I've been educating myself. And
Yeah, sure.
Your brain looks bigger.
What was that?
thanks.
Yeah.
It's probably the swelling from my tooth, but that's fine. But either way, I actually got some good news. I might be able to be done with school a lot sooner, like 2.5 years sooner than I thought.
What? How does that happen?
So like I used to do what I do like back when I was a youngling, like 20 years old. I used to do what I do, and I quit like 2 years left of my program. And when I came back, only some of the stuff was still eligible because it had been so long. And then now they're like, hey, because of COVID and all the freebies they've been giving people, they might sneak you in and give you a freebie for all the stuff you did back in the day.
Nice. So they just let you out of school. You don't get any smarter. You're not really going to learn any what you were supposed to learn.
I mean, like, I've gone through all of the classes that are required for my program, and now I'm going backwards because I've done them before, and that I have to stay in school to be in the program. So, like, now I'm just going backwards.
Yeah.
I got out of college 24 credits before I was supposed to.
Because they threw you out?
Because I stopped going.
Well, we heard this story.
Because you were at Chili's all the time.
No, I was
or
at
Uno's
Uno's
all the time
and
with
chose
Lindsay.
the beautiful Lindsay instead
And
of
Lindsay's a hussy.
college.
So,
What time am I editing this at?
turn my mic up.
The problem with this smoker is that it's now just become like this haze.
Yeah.
So, for a guy that hates Halloween, why the fuck do you have a fog machine?
And
this,
the webs and like
I
went out
everything.
and bought a
Went
fog
out to whatever those what's the Halloween store called?
Yeah.
I went out and I
Spirit
got
Halloween.
this. Where are you going?
I broke the seal too early.
Wow. That was fast.
How do you already need to go?
That was fast,
20 minutes
dude.
in.
That's insane.
Like, she went before we start. 20. Whatever.
Yep, legit. Wait, oh, no. Hey,
no.
yeah, come here, Noel. So part of our problem with when the shelves crashed was that glass broke from the. So we just don't want the dog to walk in. Anyway, yeah, my week was not as eventful as last week, even though I continued to drive trucks for people on strike, and they were not any nicer to me. In fact, even the help loading and unloading my truck got only worse. But I was driving to go pick up my truck last Friday, and it was pouring rain. This is like 7:30 in the morning, and I was driving through Merrimack, Massachusetts, and there's a bar that used to be called the Old Oak, and it's now called the New Old Oak.
Yeah.
And so I'm driving by, and it's early. Obviously, the bar's not open. The only thing in the parking lot was a hearse. Where they put dead people?
Yes.
When they bring them to funerals? Yeah, okay. You guys just looked at me with like a
Why
Why is there a hearse?
yeah, so there's just a hearse at the bar. So then I drove by, kind of fast, no more than 25, of course, because that's the speed limit.
Right.
And I look, and I am 99.9% sure that they were propping up somebody who was dead, probably because they were a regular there, and it was like his last wishes was to have one picture taken at like his favorite hangouts and
Stop
stuff.
it.
No.
Not even joking. I looked over. The guy was stiff as a board, but standing. I don't know if somebody was standing behind him holding, or if they leaned him
dear
up
God.
against
Maybe
something.
they were staging something for like a Halloween promo, like
Let's
a
go with
marketing
that.
thing.
Let's go with that.
Possibly, yes.
Please.
I'm just saying,
That just doesn't
7:30
sit well.
in the morning, Old
Yeah.
Oak Bar. There's a hearse and a dead guy, and that was all there was. So I am unsure. And then, yeah, like Jessica said, we visited the Blue Moon. What's it called? The Blue Moon Bar, Tavern,
Grill.
something like Bar and Grill. I don't know.
Something.
In Amesbury for the first
Amesbury,
time.
yeah.
It was we had an excellent bartender, great drinks.
Yeah, they
Then we
were
went to the
awesome.
Barking Dog. Beer was good, of course. Bartender actually was phenomenal. Also, knew his stuff. Both bartenders on
Yeah.
point, and also engaging with people. And that pistachio martini that he made you, like
Barking dog.
yeah,
one?
Barking Dog, yeah.
God, that was
Oh,
ridiculous.
so good. Even I had a couple sips, and I don't do
That was
anything
so
but
good.
but beer. And like I said, aside from football, the only other thing that was kind of cool was where I picked up my truck. Was in Salisbury, Massachusetts, at the U-Haul place
Over by Matt.
at Crossroads Plaza.
Right by
And
me.
growing up, I grew up in Newburyport, and that plaza used to be the plaza for everything. It used to have a grocery store called Mr. Grocer. It had like a Zare or an Inn and Hope or something where the U-Haul is, and then a bunch of little stores. One of them was a place called Bob's Sub Shop, and my grandfather was a regular at Bob's Sub Shop. And when I say regular, twice a day, 7 days a week, he went to Bob's Sub Shop. He'd get up in the morning. They opened at like 11, so he'd do his thing. He'd go over to Bob's. He'd get a cup of coffee. They called him Gramps. And he would literally walk behind the counter, pour his own coffee, sit there, talk to the people for a couple hours, come home, he'd take a nap, get up from nap, go to Bob's Sub Shop. And
Wait, he didn't eat on his first trip there? He just
not
drank
first
a cup
trip.
of coffee?
Yeah, just coffee in the morning. Second trip, it was usually a Mountain Dew and then maybe a sub. Sometimes if we were, he had a good week because he was a salesman, car salesman, soybean salesman, everything salesman. Sometimes he'd get like a pizza, or we'd all get pizza. But we always had a tab there. Like, that tab, we'd go to Mr. Gross every Friday night. That tab was like 3 months old sometimes. As kids, we'd walk in and it was like, can you throw a pizza on that tab? And they're like, this is like 1982, and they're like, it's like $63. It's been like 3 months, but the cool thing was that I dropped the truck off, and it's not called Bob's anymore. In fact, I remember back in the day, these poor guys, like, don't think they were paying their taxes, and there was a sheriff that was there at the end of the day. He had to collect all their tickets and stuff. So they're long gone, but it's called Crossroad Pizza or Crossroad Subs and Pizza right now. So it doesn't look anything like it did back in the day, but I went in there and all the history came back at me. Like, my grandfather was there, and there was like another old guy there that was walking behind the counter to get his own, it wasn't coffee, but whatever it was. That was pretty cool. So, so it's just kind of, it's going to go with the theme of today with the ghosts, because I definitely felt my grandfather there. But before we get to ghosts, we have to do Charlie Chuggs, this day in Chug history.
Day in history. I don't have a long, drawn-out story of any psychopath surgeons that killed 3 people with one switchblade.
Good, because that hurt our brain
But
last
this
week.
yeah, it did. But we figured it out. Actually, we didn't figure it out. When I re-listened to the episode, the guy that was undergoing surgery, he also died. Yeah, he was the third one. We thought he survived and everyone else around died. Mm-hmm. He was number 3. Oh. The guy, he cut a guy's fingers off, he died. Heart attack, he died. Guy who was getting surgeried
kind of
died
of blood transfusion.
I'm bad at math, so I wasn't going to say it out loud, but that's what I figured.
Yeah, they were all dead. No longer not sorry, but this is something that a day I think we all remember, and this day in history, I believe, 2000, maybe 7, 8, I don't know when it was, 4, maybe 2004. Pedro Martinez grabbed Don Zimmer by his dumb, fat, ugly head and drilled him into the ground.
Not Pedro's finest moment. 76-year-old man in the ground.
Don't care.
Former Red Sox manager.
He was charging Pedro like a bull. Like, what are you supposed to get
He's
tackled?
a 76-year-old fat man. He was not charging anybody.
Then he should have stayed on the fucking bench where he belonged.
I mean, what do you
Pedro's
do
like,
in that
I think you need to
situation?
sit down, Don. And he placed him.
Pedro kind of just did like the old Olay and just stepped to the side and threw him down.
I firmly believe
didn't Olay him. He threw him.
No, he stepped to the side, grabbed him by the ears, and just whisked him off.
And then Zimmer rolled down the
Don
pitcher's
Zimmer
mound.
being the geometrical shape that he is, kind of just the momentum. Fucking Newton's laws just took over from there, and he rolled across. Pedro didn't do anything. He was standing there.
Pedro shouldn't have done anything.
He was standing there. What was he supposed to do?
I don't think Zimmer was going to do anything to him.
Pedro talks still he talks a lot of shit.
He does. I think he was riling him up.
Yeah,
let's go, old man.
If you're gonna charge a guy, don't vilify the guy that threw you on the ground after you ran at him. Pedro,
it was awesome when it happened.
It was great.
No question about it. But when you think about it afterwards, you're like, oh. And
I think
Zimmer's
what
dead.
made it so nice too was that it was the same year that Veritek threw his glove into A-Rod's face.
I think that was the only better Red Sox fight moment in my memory is when Veritek made A-Rod eat his fucking mitt. That was awesome.
No question. Yeah. All right. Well, that's this day in Chug history.
Here you go.
And now you got to waste
Zimmer. Waste a mighty glad.
Yeah. Waste a mighty glad in that Chug. But yeah, to you, Don Zimmer, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Oh God, he's probably here. He's gonna throw his shelf
at me. Yeah, he broke. Yeah, he knew you were gonna talk bad about him.
He came in here for this.
He is amongst the mist in here right now. I'm wondering if I should crack a window. Whoa, what's happening?
Do you want to
it's
stand?
because. So I made this room as comfortable as I possibly could, and Charlie and Jessica got the big luxury leather chairs, but Charlie can't reach the floor.
No, I think I grew 3 inches since I talked about it, because now my feet are flat on the floor. My feet are flat on the floor.
really are. It's true.
You didn't grow.
It's growing.
You didn't grow. What happened was these chairs are fairly new, so your fat ass has flattened the cushion.
It's possible.
3 inches.
Or we're in the Twilight Zone and the furniture is shrinking around us.
You never know what's
like,
happening in this room.
I'm
Maybe. You never
certain
You
that's
never
correct.
know.
Like,
Yeah, we've already had the...
I don't like
all right,
Say,
there
just
goes
stand
Chug. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half as always. All right, it is time to play asshole.
But that was sitting. Like, he's always sitting when he does
And that was
this.
immediately after I finished another beer.
Nobody says it was a bad chug. You just
So, I mean,
offensive.
you inferred it.
Yeah, there's a reason why you do it and not me. I can't.
As usual.
See, the chugs
just
are
saying.
different.
All right, Jessica.
Love
Why
it.
don't I can't reach Matt and Charlie? So why don't you pass these around? Matt gets to pick first as the featured guest, not the featured performer of.
Sticky.
Say,
Yeah.
I'm still on the poster.
You stay,
all right?
yeah, you're on the billboard.
I'm still on the
You
poster.
stay on the
Do
billboard.
you want to pass him to Matt? Here, no, I'll get it. No, it's okay.
Yeah, Charlie's all
I can get it.
he's all
Say I can
embedded in the
move, I
chair
can
now,
reach.
so he
Yeah.
can't
I
get
know.
up.
I forgot I could get up.
You just got up to go to the bathroom 40 seconds ago. What have we said about using my real name on this show?
Mocalino.
I don't even know what that even means.
Mochaccino.
All right, Matt has his card.
Yeah.
Charlie's picking from the meat.
This got to go to the meat of the pile.
Gotta go to the meat.
We're
So sticky.
they are very sticky.
Charlie has been asshole twice.
Two times in a row.
He
so this
has
would
been
be a
2
record.
times in a row. I have still been 3 times. Jessica has
That's not a
never
very
been
confident.
the asshole. Never been the asshole, Jessica. Matt Ricci has been.
Does
Matt
anyone-
Mondello, you
Richie.
have been once.
Richie.
The Richer.
Does anyone want to trade?
I
I am. No, I'm good. I think I'm okay. I think. You
Who
never
do we
know.
reveal cards to?
How many cards are there in a 13 in the
deck?
in the suit?
Oh yeah.
13.
Yeah.
I'm feeling okay.
Jessica's giving away
Hey.
tells. I think.
Oh, is this gonna be your day, Jessica? All right, let's go. Ready? I'm an 8.
fuck yeah! 9.
Oh, you were nervous about a 9?
me, dude.
You were nervous
you,
about a
you
9? Oh
bluffed
no,
me.
it's between Charlie and Matt right now.
I fold. I'm the asshole.
What do you got?
I got a 5.
That's 3
Oh, I
times
have
in a
2.
row.
I had 2 cards.
Well,
But they're both
the ace,
But
no,
ace and a
ace-
joker.
So the ace is high anyway, and the joker,
Joker, you would have
got to pick, but
who the asshole was.
you're
if you-
DQ'd
yeah.
3 fucking times in a row.
Wow, I feel bad.
So now you're at Mo.
Now I'm over it.
Mo didn't get it
Yeah,
3
let me
times
see
in a
that.
row.
Not in a
No.
row. Nope.
And I also just fucking did my chug.
All right, Jessica.
I really hope you don't.
Oh my
gonna-
God!
Alright.
If you
We might
get
as well
another
try
chug
it.
after this,
Well,
yeah, you're gonna have to
hold
skip
on.
Get
over.
him the foot one. Get him the foot one.
What is this foot? Wait, are there any new?
Yeah, there are
a couple of new ones.
Foot rank?
Yeah, let's hope you get that.
Oh my god, I'm
Here we go, round and round. Where it stops.
No.
Reserve chug.
Oh, he's banging the reserve. It is time to bang the steel reserve. I don't feel bad about this one because I had to do natty chug.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be a bitch about it like you were. But
How many ounces of
Oh, no.
24 ounces of
I-
high
how am I
gravity
supposed-
lager?
how high?
Slow
It's
brewed.
like what, 5%?
Extra
high gravity is gonna be
malted
more.
barley select hops.
This.
Oh, Charlie, are you gonna be okay?
I don't know if he is, but
He already
Matt, I'm gonna need your help.
Someday.
Will you grab
Yep.
a big mug up there for
Oh,
him?
what the fuck?
Well, it's it's not gonna be full. It's
I'm
just
so
gonna be
sad right
Maybe it's not
now.
gonna be full.
24 ounces. Well, the mug is
more.
36
I
ounces.
understand that. I just chugged 16. And I
Can
drank
we,
16
like-
before that. I got 32 ounces in my gut already.
What's the ABV on this stuff? Like
God.
1.6?
It's such- no,
What is it?
I
What's
said
the
high
ABV
gravity.
on
I
Steel
thought you said it was high
Reserve?
gravity.
It is 8 fluid
I gotta
ounces,
stand up for this, dude.
24 fluid
I gotta
ounces.
Throw down like a handful of cheese.
I don't know what the ABV is. Yeah, you may want to
You
take
need
a
to
peanut
pour?
butter cup or something. Yeah, Jessica, you can pour. I'm gonna take a moment here to look up the ABV of Steel Reserve. ABV.
You gotta look up for that size too.
What does
I
that
mean, I
do
don't
with
think
it?
the size changes the ABV.
This is shocking.
Well, I know,
actually.
but doesn't Natty Daddy only come in
That was
the
a
large
24-ounce can.
Yeah.
That was a 24-ounce can.
But this is actually shocking. The ABV is 8%.
In this whole can, though?
The size of the can doesn't matter.
first half of the can.
What does that even mean?
Shut the fuck up. Bunch of assholes.
What?
Dude, why is it so hot in here?
Whose phone is this? Oh, it's your phone, Jessica.
Is this fire producing heat?
No, it's not. But it's because of all the body heat in here.
And all you have 700. Okay.
Open those too.
I don't know. I'm not in a mic, but my wife lights candles in the summer, and I get mad because I think it's contributing to the heat in the house.
That's a bunch of bullshit, Charlie.
Votives.
Like there's a significant amount.
They're
of heat going
votives.
out of
I
the
will
candle.
open the window for your crybaby ass. I already opened that one.
We haven't even
It's
turned
another
our
open
heat
window.
on in the house yet.
The windows are open.
Not until November
We don't
1st.
need-
The oil company
Fuck.
can suck it.
Yeah, no, I got oil too.
Right?
I'm not paying.
All right. So, wow. It looks like way more when you put it in a big glass like that.
Just will you finger that.
And-
for me?
Oh, yeah.
I am so uncomfortable right now. Yeah. Nobody ever asked my wife to
ready
finger
for you.
anything in my. Yes, it is cold.
Well,
Well,
no, it's
you
not.
don't want it
no,
cold,
no,
though.
No, it's more like pouring. It's more like room temp. Oh, I wouldn't put it on that table. Flips into a card table.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But
Why? What are you doing?
Oh, we're just gonna get another angle here, Jessica, with your phone here.
oh, why is my phone?
Let's so-
wet?
Retention on this.
That
Why
is,
is it all wet?
Fluffy.
yeah, big fluffy pillow. Oh boy, that was sexy. That was sexy. So for the third time in a row, Charlie is the
This is
asshole.
the first time I've actually had to do anything like.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're bitching. And I mean, you know what happened a few weeks ago when I was the asshole and I had to chug and I kept delaying. You were saying, just chug it, you pussy.
You didn't just chug a beer before that, though.
That's true.
Well,
I know. Should we wait until the next segment?
No!
Oh,
Let's just get
I'm
this
so
segment over so we can move on.
Charlie.
I'm gonna fucking puke in your shitty ass candy corn.
That is shitty ass candy corn.
Matt has already eaten half the bowl.
I ate some.
All right. There's Charlie Chuggs and his Steel Reserve. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. Oh, he's not. He can't even do it. He can't even do
I'm
it.
so full.
He's. Oh,
I want to
boy.
cry right now.
It's
This is
Why?
so
We
disappointing.
should spin again.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Dude,
It's so juicy
I
with
can't fit it.
knobs.
I can't fit it. It tastes like corn juice.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely
Orange
awful.
tastes like.
This is 8%.
It's 8%. It is. I.
I can't do it.
All right.
I'm
Well, this is a failed asshole. Not that it's. Oh, he goes right back and he crushes it.
Look at that.
Attaboy, almost. Pretty close. It's okay. It's all right. If you remember, I believe you had to finish mine, so
did.
it's okay. You're all right. No. Oh,
Yeah.
we've lost
He's
him.
got
gonna be
a.
somewhere
We've lost him. Watch the camera there.
Oh shit.
Yep. He's
All right.
good there. Okay.
Bye, Charlie.
Yep. That's why I went through that door.
Wow. Remember, we
Charlie
brought
for the rest
Charlie
of the night.
aboard because he was our resident chugger, and that was just very disappointing. But nobody
did
beats,
just-
I mean, he did just slam
Had
like,
like 3
nobody
beers.
beats the
32
asshole
ounces
wheel.
quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so in total there, yeah, he drank, 40 ounces of beer in the last 5
Yeah,
minutes.
that was torturous. That was like the worst
Except
one
for
we
what
could
he's
have
left
landed
there.
on.
That's just disappointing. Just
Bad.
really disappointing. Well, yay, Jesus Christ. This is like episode 2 where we just kept getting interrupted by the fucking dogs and the leaf blower dude and people having to go to the bathroom constantly. This is good stuff.
Beer
Nobody will
makes
ever hear that
people
part
pee.
anyway. It'll get edited out. All right. So we were getting ready to tell our ghost stories, but Charlie is dealing with his own demons in the bathroom right now.
Definitely need to have Charlie for the ghost stories.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
there he is.
Yeah, he can't get in right now. He's locked out.
You gotta
can't
hit the top.
Just push the top of the door.
Of the other one.
Good Lord.
The other
There's
one. That
to
one.
your left door. Yeah, just push the damn door open. My God.
I understand now.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is
I let out a few glorious burps. I felt so.
enthralling podcast right now.
What? I mean, what did you expect?
I expected greatness out of you. That's why you were hired.
He
That's
did
why you were
come
brought
back
to the
and finish
team.
it.
There's still some left, but that's okay.
That's
Honestly,
So,
not the worst beer I've ever had.
so you guys want to hear about the 6 most haunted breweries in our country?
Yes.
Should I do more fog in here? Or
No.
all right. I've opened the window, so all the fog has escaped.
No.
All All right.
Charlie swears it contributes to the heat.
I'm as the fog, yeah. I'm as uncomfortable as I've ever been in my life right now.
And you went out again last night, so you have a theme where you just come here. But do you feel better now? Because last week after you had a couple
like
beers,
shit.
you were. Give that man some.
I'm sure once that fucking hits me, I'll feel all right, or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, there's a box right next to him.
Of what?
And the man needs some Cheez-Its.
No.
Moon River Brewing Company
I need an IV.
in Savannah, Georgia. Houses. It was built in the 1800s. It's a former hotel, and it hosted famous guests like James Audubon and General Sherman. The building also served as a hospital during the yellow fever outbreaks. Its colorful past, as well as the number of burial grounds in the city of Savannah, makes Mason River Brewing haunted with a capital H. According to Ghost City tours, staff and patrons at Moon River Brewing have seen a lot of paranormal activity over the last 10 years, so much so that ghost hunters and ghost adventurers have paid a visit. The most famous specter is a ghost named Toby. Oh, that would suck if you were this
Friggin'
famous
Toby.
specter and your fucking name is Toby.
Does he throw beers?
Michael Scott would be pissed. He haunts the brewery's basement. On tours of the site, people have experienced feeling inexplicably cold and have heard some voices. Fuck, you're at a brewery. You're drunk. This one's.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
We're gonna have to pass that one up. Old Town Pizza and Brewery in Portland, Oregon, built above the city's infamous Shanghai tunnels. That were used to house Kung Pao.
Right.
That was used to house kidnapped sailors during the early 1900s. And they've got a ghost named Nina. They have a ghost named Nina. They've actually got pictures of Nina.
Is it Nina?
No, it's spelled Nina, but then it says pronounced Nina, NIGH/NA. According to the brewery's website, Nina has been around since 1880. She sits in the lobby of the Merchant Hotel and was known for catering Portland's elites. When she died, she felt like she died way too early. Nina's presence is a regular occurrence. And that's, yeah. All right. Jailhouse Craft Beer Bar is in Buena Vista, California. They have a lot of hauntings that are caught on security cameras. His name's Jack. No, Jack is at the Wolfden Brewing Company. There's actually pictures of Jack.
Oh my.
Pictures of Jack?
Pictures of Jack's ghost.
Can't see that far. I believe that Jack is there.
Touted as the most haunted brewery in Illinois. How many fucking haunted breweries are there in Illinois that you have?
Is that the
most haunted in Illinois? Holy crap! When I visit my brother out there, we're going here.
Yeah, you need if you don't, you need to report from there.
Oh my god, that would be so fun.
Co-owner Katie found a soldier's marble on the property, and after taking the marble off the property, she experienced a series of frightening events. At a home improvement store, paint cans fell from 25 feet above and landed right behind her. She also randomly cut herself while shopping for fire extinguishers. Those aren't very that's just life.
I was about to say, dude, you just
It's just a shitty.
come on, a couple coincidences.
How many times have you cut your fingertip off?
Twice.
Twice, right?
This thumb, twice.
And the last one, there's two more. Spice Trade Brewing inside Yak and Yeti Bar and Restaurant, which is a Victorian house in Denver. They're at that one. They've got a ghost named Cora who died falling down the stairs in 1940.
Imagine dying by falling down the stairs.
So many people do it, though.
Just like you're walking down the stairs and you get to the bottom dead.
That's how it works. The last one I've got is Wine Coop Brewing, nestled in a 125-year-old building in downtown, doesn't say where. It has harmless ghosts. Well, then I don't want to hear about them. But those are the 6 most haunted, so it's really not that bad. So I want to know from you guys. I'm going to start. I'm going to start the ghost stories because
Do you want to stop?
I'm 80%
Okay.
hammered now. From 80% hammered now. Oh, what the fuck?
So we're gonna share our real life, what we know ghost stories. Whether you believe, you don't believe, but these will make you believe. So here's one that really kind of ties together what's been happening in this room. So we are in the room of Jessica and my home. This is my den. I work in this den every single day of the week. Like I said earlier, when we got here as a group today, I don't know that I've ever had more than 2 people in this room ever, so I'm not sure that was okay having 4 people in here at one time, because as soon as it happened, the shelves that have been up there forever crashed, broke. We created a disturbance in the force. So we bought this house in 2006. This house was built in 1940, which doesn't seem that old to me personally. I was raised in a house built in the 1800s. But it's 82 years old. Yeah. So we bought this house in 2006. The original owners owned it from the time it was built in 1940 until 2003. And then somebody came in, they flipped it to us. They just came in, they did a little work, and then they flipped it to us.
They raised their whole family here.
Raised their whole family in this house. There's we've changed a little bit from here and there.
This house is like sweet. It's got soul.
It has soul. That's why we bought it.
We felt that the second we walked in.
The second we walked in, we felt that soul.
It feels like a home.
Like, was all the kitchen like? I don't want to delve into your
kitchen.
The kitchen, like, it's gorgeous. Like all of it is sweet.
Yeah, we've done some of that work, but this used to be a Christmas tree farm where everybody bought their Christmas trees from in town. Yep. And downstairs in the workshop, it still has everybody who ever grew up here, marking on the walls and how tall they were and stuff like that.
That's that or no?
Well, that's our family. But something like that's on the back of the door. Probably my brother. Oh. So anyway, my brother-in-law, Jessica's brother Tom, when we first moved into this house, we had a couch down at the end where I am right now. It was a fold-out couch. And so this is where we used to have people sleep, was in this room. So Tom stayed here that was probably like 2000.
And Tom was murdered in this room that night.
That was 2008, yes. In 2008.
I thought he just confirmed that.
In October 2008, he slept in this room. So a few weeks later, Jessica's talking to her dad on the phone. We're in the next room over. She's talking to her dad on the phone. And for some reason, the conversation comes up where her dad says, "Hey, did Tom tell you about what happened to him in your house?" And Jessica's like, "No, what's going on?" And he said, "Well, there's a ghost in your house, and Tom wanted to fight it." So Jessica calls her brother Tom, and she says, "Hey, what happened?" And he said, "Well, I was asleep one night in this room."
Let me interject too. My brother has absolutely no belief whatsoever. He will laugh in your face if you try to tell him ghosts are real. He is not superstitious. 100% ghosts aren't real. Don't even pull that bullshit.
Up to that point, or still to this day?
Up to that point.
Fuck.
So he was sleeping in this room, and he said that in the middle of the night he woke up and there was a man standing at the end of the bed. And he said it was so real that he didn't think that it was a ghost. He thought somebody broke in the house. So he got up to fight him, and the man disappeared.
He was ready to throw punches.
He was ready to throw punches because it was that real.
What are you doing in here? You want to go? Like, get the F out of here?
No. And it was, who knows what amount of time it was. So I'm hearing this conversation with Jessica and her brother on the phone, and I'm sitting on my laptop in the living room, and on a whim...
Wait. It happened. He says it happened the next night too.
Okay, it happened more than once. 2 nights in a row. Okay, so I'm hearing this story. And you want to get down? I'm hearing this story, and I pull out the laptop, and just on a whim, I know the names of the people who built this house. Their names were Philip and Barbara McKean. And I knew they passed away. Philip passed away in 1997, and Barbara passed away in 2003. I don't know what the circumstances were. I don't know if they died in this house, but what I thought was, all right, I'm just going to, on a whim, I'm going to pull up his name. Well, Philip and Barbara didn't come up. However, this man did. Philip McKean Jr. So
he looks like a ghost in his picture.
I would be careful about saying negative things about him right now.
I'm sorry.
So I tell Jessica, I'm like, whoa. I was like, so what happened was Tom had described what this man looked like.
Yeah.
And he said, corn-rimmed glasses, frail looking. He was wearing some sort of a brown coat.
suit.
And so I pull out this picture, I take a screenshot of it, she sends it to Tom, and I'm over there, she's on the other side of the room, and I hear Tom scream, "Ah!"
My brother almost
He's like,
came
"That's
through the
him!"
phone. Yeah, he goes, "What the F kind of joke is this? This isn't
Dude, I have
funny."
my fucking goose. Fuck that. I'm leaving.
I'll put the picture up on,
No.
I'll put the picture
Fuck.
up. So here's the thing. So Tom is here in 2008 in October, like mid-October. Phil McKean Jr. died on October 2nd, 2008. So it was within 2 weeks of him dying. We didn't know he died. I thought he was still alive somewhere around here.
Today is October 17th.
Okay. So October 17th, by the way.
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
October 17th. So, born in Haverhill, son of the late Philip and Barbara Johnson McKean of North Ave, who predeceased him on
Stop
even
it.
say it.
Don't fucking
Oh
tell
my
me.
God.
October
Dude,
17th,
no, stop.
1998.
No!
Swear to God, October 17th, 1998.
Dude, what
that's
the-
today.
No, I literally
That is the day that
have,
Tom was here, was October 17th.
No,
it was
it
the
wasn't.
anniversary of his
No, it
father's
wasn't.
death, and he was passing through, and
You're telling your brother was here on the 17th.
No. He
Yes.
was here in November. He was here after Philip died.
Philip died on October 2nd. Philip, see,
So the 17th.
she's right up in that mic. She's like, remember, dogs have senses. They know ghosts. Right now, she's telling us to shut up. She's telling you not to talk about them. That's got to be what's happening right
Dude,
now.
I'm-
She's
no, like,
up
I'm
in the
like-
land. So to recap, so Philip Jr. had died just a couple of weeks before. Her brother Tom confirmed that was him when he saw the picture without us prompting him at all, and the father died today, 24 years
I
ago.
had no idea what that joke is. I swear to God. I didn't know that.
Then we're in this room where he haunted us, and we come in today, and that shit happens with the things falling down. Now,
You didn't know that date until just now, right?
I didn't know that date until earlier today. I pulled this up, and I saw the October. So I already had my chills when I saw October 17th.
So when that shelf fell, you pissed yourself.
I was a little more nervous than I normally would have been, yes, because of the October 17th date. Yes, and yeah, it's so.
You guys want to sleep over my house?
I mean, we've had a couple things, but we feel like we're a similar family. Like, we're very into Christmas. We're very into old stuff.
You both
like the
fucking hate
adjustments we
Halloween.
made to the house have
We
been
love
respectful.
the house. We've brought the house back to its period.
Except the mantle. They're probably pissed about the mantle.
Which one?
The one in the living room,
The one in
yeah,
the living room.
yeah. That
Yeah.
it's
You don't because the decor is all fucked up.
Right, yeah, the
I
TV
know.
really fucked
Yeah,
it
I
up.
gotta
The
fix
70-inch
it.
TV fucked
Isn't
it
that
up.
crazy?
No, I'm not happy about
And you're
this.
you're in the room right now.
I prefer
We've got
not
the
to be.
candles lit.
Yep.
And
Yes.
we could
I
probably
know.
call him if we join hands right now. We could probably
Nope.
call him.
Nope.
Well, he's already obviously here, but
Dude, yeah. Hey, Phil. What's up, bro?
You're so cool. Want a beer?
No, God, no.
Somebody give Phil his beer.
Show me a sign, Phil.
No, don't.
Rip
That's
rip
my-
all the scallies off the wall.
that's my lead ghost story. What's yours?
No, I can't. I'm nowhere near any of that. Dude. Does anyone else want to go first? I'm fucked up because of that. Like, I'm not happy about this.
I grew up in a house that was suspected to be haunted too. Some weird stuff happened, and when I was a kid, I kept telling my parents I saw stuff, and it was like, they're like, "Oh, it's just the wind, or it's just an old house, and it just."
They
creaks,
thought you saw
and
the
it
wind.
just- What? No, yeah,
Saw
like
the
the
wind.
curtains blowing or whatever, and I'm like, the window is shut. Like, so there was this one night I had a bed, and in front of my bed I was little, so I had this little table, like a craft table, coloring books and crayons on top of it, and something fell off the table and woke me up. So I jolted straight up in bed to see what the hell the noise was, and sitting at my craft table was this little girl, maybe 8 to 10 years old, long brown hair and braids with little red ribbons at the end, and like an old-fashioned dress with like the white ruffles and more red, and she looked at me like, holy shit, you can see me, and I'm looking at her like, holy shit, there's a girl in my room, and she's still staring at me, and she's freaking out, and I'm staring at her, and she's freaking out. We're both freaking out, and then I just took my covers and I threw them over my head and laid down in bed and just was like, oh my god, go away, go away, go away, go away. And I pull the covers down, and she's gone. Coloring books, crayons still on the floor. So I book it to my mother's room, and I'm
Whoa, wait. Her coloring book and crayons, or your coloring book and crayons are on the floor?
my coloring book and crayons.
And that bitch was using them.
She was playing with my toys. So
I missed a part of it. Was she coloring on the table and these things fell to the floor after?
I don't know that she was coloring. To be honest, I never checked the coloring books for anything. I
Don't.
didn't even
Oh,
think
she
about it.
would've-
I don't even have them
obviously,
anymore
yeah,
to do that. But
No,
Did she
she's
stay
probably
in the lines?
insane.
all she just knocked the shit off the table as far as I knew.
Disrespectful.
And I ran to my mother's room and I slept on the laundry pile. And
Forever, I would have.
Yeah, well, I tried to. She let it go for a few nights and then told me to get the hell out of there. But then, like a month or so later, me and my friends were out in the street playing, and a hearse stops in front of my house. And we all stopped.
That was after the old oak.
Yeah.
What was the old
And they
oak?
propped this girl up. Take
the
pictures
old
in front of a
oak.
bar.
Yeah. Sort of similar. I mean, no old people were propped up. But this hearse pulls up in front of my house, and we all stop playing. We're like, what the hell is that? And my mother goes out, and some guy gets out of the hearse, and basically what he says is that this woman grew up in my house in like the 1800s. It was a super old house. And, her family grew up in the house. She lived in the house briefly, went back into her family forever. And it was one of her dying wishes to drive by the house when dead. Like, to have her body, before being buried, drive by my house.
I've been in a similar funeral procession.
Yeah, they sat outside of the house for like a half hour. And, I was just convinced from then on, like, the attic was haunted. There was a girl, we found like toys and shoes and shit in the walls. And
In the walls?
yeah, in the walls.
It's a weird place to keep your toys.
How do you get to
I don't know why they did that. I don't know. You're punished. We're putting this in the wall.
We're knocking down the walls, putting your toys in there, and then rebuilding the walls. We're spending $28,000 to hide your fucking toys. Brat.
They didn't have Salvation Army back then. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that was my
Dude,
ghost
both
story.
of those are super real.
Yeah.
I have a number of stories. None of them are that tangible. Like,
Tell them.
okay,
It's ghost story is a ghost story.
Yeah.
The dog is frightened.
I'm
I've never
fucking
seen her
frightened.
do this.
I'm frightened. Ghost stories. I went to, so as we've talked about before, I went my second college was Salem State Daycare. Was there for some time. Like I told Matt, 6.5 years, still don't have a degree, but obviously Salem is Halloween town.
Yeah.
Right? And it's October is just, you can't get in. Sucks. Really cool when you live there.
Yeah.
And go to college there, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But so they, the school would put on some events or whatever. They hired, one of those ghost talkers, whatever, ghost whisperers, or whatever. Brings around one of those white noise boxes and can talk to ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, so we went around. We did a tour of the campus, and he's talking, and like you're literally here. Like there's this box, it's just static, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like you can all of a sudden you start to hear shit, and whether it's your mind trying to convince yourself that you're hearing stuff or real stuff, I don't know, but it seemed real, right? We talked quote unquote a few people, whatever. It seemed, it was creepy. It was interesting. It was creepy. So me and my roommate are in our room later that evening, just watching fucking TV, right? And we're just kicking back, watching TV. All of a sudden, TV shuts off. What the fuck? Look at him. What the fuck? What? You shut the TV off? He's like, no. The remote is on a table between our two beds.
What year was this?
My first year of college.
Because I used to, I don't know if you remember, but the clickers for the cable boxes
2009.
used to work everywhere. I used to fuck with my neighbors all the time.
This got to be 2009, 2010, latest. Latest.
That's way
2010.
after clickers then, yeah.
I mean, we had a clicker.
Well, no, but the universe, the clickers that worked with everybody.
Yeah. So it was an Emerson TV. I don't know why I remember that, but TV shuts off. I'm like, dude, remote's in the middle of us. Turn the TV back on. But my roommate puts the remote back down. TV turns itself off. Dude, if you're fucking with me, I would prefer if you stopped. I would like if you stopped doing that. He was like, dude, I am, and so my roommate, by the way, is the brewer, the current brewer at Bentwater Brewing. So we know this. We know this individual.
We do.
He was an interesting cat back in the day, but anyway,
Still is.
Third, turn the TV back on. Like, all right, cool. Like it's on. Like I just want this to stop. It turns itself off again.
This has been thrice.
And then it turns itself back on.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He goes, dude, go unplug that TV. I said, absolutely fucking not. Because if it turns itself on while it's unplugged, I'm jumping out the fucking window.
It's gonna suck you in like poltergeist.
No, dude. Oh my god, it was so weird. Like just like that night, out of all nights, just like this happening tonight.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
So my first year of college, I went to Westfield State College before I went back to Salem.
Not a daycare. That's more of a kindergarten.
No. Westfield was nice. Westfield was nice. I got kicked out of Westfield, but we won't get into that story. No, I didn't get kicked out of. I get kicked out of every school. I got kicked out of the dorms in Westfield. That's a story in and of itself. Maybe we'll tell it one day. Maybe we won't.
We will.
Found a house for rent off campus, a whole house for $400 a month. This was 2008. It's cheaper than living in the dorms.
Hell yeah.
So, whatever. It's cool. A woman named Pat Lovejoy owned the house. Excuse me. And just wanted someone in it to, like, exist in it while she wasn't. It was her mom's old house. Whatever. Mom was gone. She was responsible for the house. She lived somewhere else in like, towards the Boston area, whatever, and she wanted to rent it to a fucking 19-year-old college kid to take care of it, which was brilliant. We took great care of it.
I bet.
No, but dude, sometimes she'd come to the house on the weekends and stay there the whole weekend with me.
While you guys were living there?
While I was living there. It was she was the strangest fucking lady. I'd wake up at 6:30 in the morning to her cooking. She bought onions by the 50-pound sack and cooked them all. I don't know, like, I had parties there and drunk, I was grabbing onions.
Just grabbing onions. It's a fantastic diet.
Like, I don't know what she was doing. She asked me to go get her milk a couple times. Like, she was the strangest.
You think she robbed my U-Haul truck last week?
Dude,
for those
she might have. No, she likes to cook the onions herself. She doesn't get the value out of buying your pre-cooked
onions.
A little
older now.
Buy a sack of onions, a full fucking sack. Anyway, so there was a neighborhood in Westfield about 3 minutes from that house that had 12 houses that were built to completion, aside from like finished carpet. Like there weren't rugs in them or anything. Like 2-story houses, really nice houses in a cul-de-sac, a dozen houses built to completion. No one ever bought them. No one ever lived in them. The neighborhood was determined to be on like soiled ground or whatever, like
burial sites.
Burial ground.
I don't know if it was that or like their soil test came back. There was like too much arsenic in the soil, or something along those lines. It was uninhabitable after the entire subdivision was built. So like students would go there and like we'd walk through the houses, like there's graffiti all over the houses now, and like bushes overgrow, like just crazy shit. And like you'd walk through them and just like you'd go explore it, and like, it was cool or whatever. Did that from the time that we did that to the time I moved out of the house. Pictures, because it was this woman's house. She had her own decorations around. She had pictures of her family and frames and stuff on tables and shit. I would find them turned towards the wall, like all of them just facing away. And I told my friend, like we'd have parties or whatever, like, dude, this fucking place is weird. Like this happens, and I can't put my finger on like if anyone's fucking with me. I know at some point someone started fucking with me because I told some of my buddies, and like I'd have them up there, like one thing, yeah, and they like literally would like turn the fridge towards the wall and shit. like, sorry, just fucking stop. But like that was super super strange. My girlfriend in college went to Endicott College in Beverly, and that place is for rich people. Like the campus is amazing. They have some dorm rooms that were old houses, like hundreds of years old, that are literally on the ocean.
On the ocean, yeah.
It's like being on vacation, being there. Like you wake up to the waves crashing against the rocks outside your dorm room. Absolutely beautiful. But there was this rumor that there was this girl ghost in this particular dorm house that she was super nice. She was like helpful. She'd open doors for you. Like she was just
Wait, the ghost opens doors for you?
Yep. She was just nice, right? So we started poking around the house one day. We found stairs up to the attic. We go in the attic of this dorm room, and there's tons of shit there. For being a college, like you'd think they'd like clean everything out, but like there were tubs of like Polaroid photos of like little Asian girls and like just old like faded black and white photos. Like it was like it's just weird. Like this feels like this was left behind, like to tell us like a weird ghost story. Like, but anyway, there was a morning where all the shades in the room shot up at the same time. I was coming back from the shower one point, walking through the hallway, and I was literally 2 steps from the door, and I go to reach for the doorknob. Door swings right open for me.
That's the first time I got chills. Was that one right there?
Door swings on my egg.
Did you go? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You tip her?
Thanks, babe. Yeah, that one was fucking weird. Then what else?
Here you are, like you're like.
Nothing
yours were so
tangible,
tangible.
I've never seen.
You might not have seen the actual ghost, but these things are very real. Like
it feels that.
All the blinds going up at one time. I'm gone. I'm halfway in the ocean.
We're there, and we're like, "What the fuck was it?" It's like, and like, you ever just like let a blind go? It goes up violently. It's not like it's not slow. It just like blows the fucking window out. It's wild. Like, God, am I done yet? Should I stop? I can keep going.
Keep going.
God, I'm sweating here. I'm like, that's the Steel Reserve. Similar to what happened this evening here with the shell crashing, I don't like scary movies, and it's not that I'm afraid of them.
I'm with you.
It's not that I'm afraid of them. I just don't enjoy them.
No,
like, it doesn't make me feel good. If I'm going to sit down and watch them, I want it to make me feel good.
I gotcha.
Right?
I don't need gory and gruesome and murders of people, especially like teenagers.
I'm not my wife. I don't need like just miserable things to make me happy.
Yep. My wife's the exact same way.
I don't understand.
What?
What pleasure do you get out of watching a horror movie?
It's just thrilling. It creates an emotion you don't usually have, like to go like.
Yeah, a fight or flight response. It's meant
pretty much every day of my life
to keep you alive. Like you're not like this is not something you're as a human you're meant to experience.
And you can learn something.
What do you learn from a horror?
How to kill you?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
How not to get killed.
And how much?
I'm more worried about her learning how to kill me.
Yeah,
she knows every way now.
No, not every way.
I don't like watching horror movies. Lindsay loves scary movies, and we had just moved into Pelham relatively recently, maybe a couple months. And for whatever reason, it probably was October 17th. I agreed to watch a scary movie with her.
Philip McKean did live in Pelham.
Did he? No, did he? I wish he did. Fuck the people that bought my house. They're done. So I agreed to watch a scary movie with her, and like right as the movie ended, it sounded like the fucking house fell down. It's like, what the fuck was that? And we're both like sitting on the house, like, what the fuck? I was like, stay here. I'm going to, because it sounded like someone kicked in a window or something. Like it was really fucking loud and it was violent. You heard shit shatter and everything. Like, stay here. And I went and I acquired my firearm, and I walked around the house like looking for someone that kicked in the window. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Went upstairs, back to the kitchen. Nothing was broken. Absolutely nothing. I come back through the kitchen, and there's a silhouette in the doorway from. Like, I was on one side of the kitchen, the silhouette was on the other side of the kitchen.
Oh, boy.
And I fucking raised the gun and almost pulled the trigger, and it was Lindsay. Oh
my God.
Dude, I told you to stay on the couch. What?
You told her to stay there?
I told her to stay there.
Oh my God.
Did she know you had your gun?
I told her I was going to fucking look around.
Lindsay.
I almost fucking shot her.
Lindsay.
I almost fucking shot her. I was like, dude, I told her. She was like,
And you were that close to seeing a ghost.
I was that close to seeing a ghost. Instead, I saw
You know,
my
if
wife.
you had shot the ghost, nothing would have happened, right? You would have
Yeah.
shot.
Well, no, I didn't
everybody
think it was a
behind
ghost. I thought there was a human in my house, like about to kill us all.
So did you ever find what made the noise?
Yes. The next day, I went to get a frying pan to cook some eggs, and the shelf inside of a cabinet had collapsed. I was like, found what made the noise. Dude, we were so confused. Like,
Yeah,
like
you had to go
until-
to bed that way.
I had to go to bed, and I was like, dude, something fell down and made a lot of noise. Something broke.
Yeah.
And like, there's nothing. Everything is in its place, and I almost splattered Lindsay's brains across the house.
Oh
Oh my god! Can you imagine? Jesus
No.
Christ!
There's stories
Because
like
you
that.
find-
Yeah, that Olympic runner dude with the guy
Yeah.
with no legs.
Yeah.
Like, not that that's relevant to the story, but he shot his girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
I almost killed Lindsay. That's enough. That's enough of these. I got
You
one
got
more, but
Matt?
that's enough of these.
Well, he might be able to do his one more because I have not ever had
Never.
ever any sort of experience, and the
Well, buckle in,
fucked up-
buddy,
the
because
fucked
it's
up
about to
part about
start
this
now.
is that I have tried. I have looked at like what cemeteries and stuff like that are like haunted and have high activity, and I have went with people that had EVP recorders and like stuff like that to
EVP,
try
that's
to
what it's
try. And I've gotten nowhere. And like I don't know if it's just like
Well, you've had at least one experience because you had tonight.
well, yeah, no,
It all
well that's the thing is I
begins-
believe in all of
yeah.
this stuff. Like I do, like full on believe. I've always believed in this stuff, and I'm always just like listening to Charlie over here. I'm like, damn, dude, nothing has ever happened to me.
Yeah, like
This sucks.
Charlie's had so many experiences.
Dude, it's like uncomfortable. Like, but I'm glad I've never seen anyone
Yeah.
because that would really fuck me up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can still I can still just chalk it up to like weird coincidence.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
you can explain away any one of those
I can try.
instances.
But
But except like all the shades going up at one time, there's no
Yeah.
explaining that one.
No, there's
Door
definitely an
opening.
explanation.
That's unless you had like a hurricane.
No,
I mean,
it's-
an earthquake
was
or
it
something.
sunny out that morning?
Yeah.
I believe it was.
So the
yeah.
shades just decided on their own to go
if
up?
the sun hits the vinyl and heats it up to a certain temperature, it might.
All of them at
Debunked.
one time.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I
It's
don't.
like Zach
think-
and the Ghost
Yeah,
Adventures. You guys watch that show?
I could not explain to myself seeing what I believed to be a person that was not a person.
Right,
That
yeah.
would fuck me up way too far.
My story was not me. That was Tom. Like I have had some weird, more like your experiences.
Does Tom do hallucinogens?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, he never did.
I mean, I did.
It was-
I did
but
try
the-
looking
He
for
did
ghosts.
try
on
to-
Monday
He
before.
saw
Yeah.
the fact that he,
Yeah,
that he
no.
described this guy,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
and
that's
then
nuts that he
that
confirmed
was
it
the
was
crazy
him.
thing. I
He
mean,
did tell me he thought he drank too much that night. He was like, "What the hell just happened to me? Oh my god, I must be wasted. I just got up and tried to fight like nobody." You know, but then it happened the second night,
same
and it was
time.
the same exact.
And then he
person.
can like he knows who it was.
Like to be
Yeah.
able to distinguish it from a picture, like
Yeah.
that's when.
he described the fucking
Right. Like
the
anytime
look
I
of this
watch
guy.
those, like
Yeah.
mockumentaries, documentary, whatever, with the ghost stuff, like Ghost Adventures is one that's awesome
I
because
love that one.
Zach Zach Bagan or whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
well, so
It's hilarious because
more
every
funny than
angle
it's
he
scary,
gets,
though.
he just tries to flex and just be like, "There's
Yeah.
a female ghost in here.
it's
Why
more
don't you touch
entertaining. Like
me?"
he's just so full.
Yeah,
Like to Charlie's point with
he
those
does.
EVP readers, or whatever, you can hear anything that you want in those.
right.
And if I were to just make a noise right now, you guys, and ask you guys what I said in that noise, it'd be three different things.
Well, like there's also
like interpret this.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Interpret what I just said.
I
You
plug
said you're gonna kill me.
I plug my guitar into the amplifier, and if I don't plug it in like all the way, and you go almost all the way, you'll pick up radio signals.
Right.
You're like,
So like, there's,
Yeah.
I'm sure those things are picking up like
Yeah.
frequency, radio waves, all that crap.
Yeah.
So for the first few years that we lived here, probably for like the first 6 years, every year, like November something, Jessica has a music box or like it's a snow globe that plays music, and it's just on a shelf in our we set up our shelves in our bedroom when we moved in. We haven't touched anything since. It's all the same stuff in the same places. But every year, November something, that music box just went off. And there was no we didn't wind it, we didn't touch it, just had
And you need-
Well,
you need-
Wait,
So
didn't you
that-
say
someone
that
to
you
come
turned
here.
the heat on in November?
Well, we do, but that leads into one of my ghost stories.
Oh,
And
boy.
that's my grandmother. So
Yeah.
I was incredibly.
Well, hold on. Let me just finish that one then, because
Okay.
it's all related. So,
Right.
Charlie's too afraid now. Now he's leaving, and
If I don't come back, don't come looking for me.
so in addition, we have a light switch as soon as you go into our bedroom, and if you turn it off, it turns everything off, your clock and everything like
Right.
that. So I put a piece of tape over it so that nobody can turn the switch on and off. Yet I would literally be laying up there by myself in that room, and the lights would go off, and I would look over at the switch, and the switch was down, and it's taped. There's just no way for this thing to go off. And so I knew who it was. I knew it was her grandmother, because her grandmother, messed with us all the time in life, and
Mess with Mo.
messed with me all the time in life. Yeah, like for example, when Jessica and I were dating, I would stay with her. She was staying basically in her grandmother's basement, and I was going through a divorce, so I didn't really have any place to stay. So I would stay with Jessica a lot, and we would go through a separate entrance to go in the basement. And so one day, and I would try to park my car so it wasn't in front of the house or anything, so she didn't really know I was there. But it got a little noisy, if you know what I'm saying. And so, anyway, one night we come home from work or going out or something like that, and there's a note on the table from her alive grandmother at this time, and it says, "Not for sale or rent." She tell me, basically, get out. I'm not renting this place to you. You can't live here.
Oh,
She would
jeez.
always hint to you can do better. He's been married. He's basically spoiled meat. Move on.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I was incredibly close with my grandmother, and we'd have dinner once a week, even after I, was out and on my own. I drive back to have dinner with her, and she was talking about after she dies and what happens and whatnot. I go, just what, don't haunt me, because she had this died and came back life experience. It's a really cool story, but she was basically gone and sent back. And she was telling me about that, and she's like, yep, so I know I can come back. I go, do not haunt me. I am not good with that shit. Don't do it. And she had this adorable little cackle laugh, and she laughed, and I was like, don't do it, Graham. Don't even try. And so sure enough, after she passed, that's when the shit started, and she would flip light switch
fucking
off.
with us ever since.
I could hear her cackle laugh when Mo runs down in his underwear with a pillow going, your grandmother's...
Whoa. No. I never reacted that way.
Yes, you did.
No, I knew
You ran-
I kind of just knew. I knew
You
it was
ran
her.
down, and I said, what are you doing? You
Cheez-Its are coming
go,
out.
She's at time.
your grandmother is shutting the lights. She's turning them off and on in the
Yeah.
bedroom. And it was pretty funny. And then she also would turn on the music box. That was one of the special things she gave me. And then there was this one crazy night where I was like, that's it. You gotta stop the shit. But I was sleeping, and I woke up to just a feeling that somebody was there in the room. Somebody walked into the room. I didn't know if it was one of the kids, what was going on. But I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. And all of a sudden, this strobe light of memories just start flashing through my brain, memories I didn't even know I had, from being a baby and my grandmother holding me, all the way, growing up, and all of our special moments, just flashing, just strobe lights of memories, and tears are running down the sides of my head, and I can't move, and the tears I'm crying, and I can't move, and I'm kind of scared, but at the same time, it's I'm just overwhelmed with emotion. And then it just stopped. And then I could move. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know if that was her just being all right, I'm done screwing around with you guys. And
Well, yeah, it stopped.
I love you and peace out.
It stopped after
But
it doesn't happen anymore. Now it's
that
going to
was
happen
it.
tonight.
Just wanted to download you with a bunch of information.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to be I remember it all too. And, it was pretty awesome. I mean,
That's
that was
crazy.
a really cool
That's
haunting
nuts.
if it was that. But
Crazy.
I mean, that's the most positive.
yeah, it was a really good one. If anybody can come back, you want it to be
story.
somebody
Yeah.
amazing in your life. So.
I had a little bit of a positive one where my grandfather died what I consider young. He was only 66 years old. He died of cancer. And I was so mad at my grandfather because he didn't fight it. As soon as he found out he had cancer, he was basically I'm going to die. Everything sucks. And he died real fast. And I didn't understand what cancer really was at that time. I was in my teen years and stuff. But my grandparents raised me, so I was so mad at my grandfather for giving up on life. And then I remember the last time I saw my grandfather, he was at a nursing home or a hospice, and he's laying in bed. He was heavily morphined, and so I thought he was out. My family was like standing around the bed, and I was just basically dropping off some school books for my sister. And I remember I walked up, my grandfather was unshaven. I looked at him, and I didn't think he understood anything. And he was staring at me, and I said nothing to him because I thought he was out, and I was still mad at him because he wasn't fighting the cancer thing. That was my last memory of my grandfather, who I loved very much, and he raised me. He was awesome. The same one that I went to the Bob's Sub Shop thing for. So, I carried that forever. And then about 5 years ago, I remember I thought about it during the day, and then I just remember thinking, really, really wish I could just have one more day with my grandfather. And then that night, I am sleeping, and I woke up, and I didn't see anything, but I could smell him. I 100% could smell his Old Spice, and I felt like he was there, and you're not hearing words, but you're hearing words, and the words were like, everything's okay, and it's cool, or stop being a pussy, or whatever. But the smell is what I couldn't get over, because I did not own Old Spice.
The sense of smell is so wild. I had grandparents that lived in New York, and you'd enter their house through their garage, and I saw a picture of their garage one day, and I just literally inhaled.
You could smell it.
You could smell it. Yeah.
What the fuck? I know exactly. I remember exactly what that garage smelled like.
Yeah,
it's just a garage, dude.
Right?
It smelled. It had wood in it. For their fireplace. It had it's just wild.
Yeah.
But similarly, so I was fortunate enough to know my great grandmother.
Yeah,
for
me too.
The first, I think she died when I was 14, 15 maybe.
Yeah.
Sweetest old lady in the world. She died in her mid-90s, I think. Mid-90s? Whatever. Literally lied her way to America from Italy. No. It was her parents that brought her to America. She lied on an application to get away from her abusive parents to join the army as a nurse.
Yeah.
In the early 1900s. Sweetest little hunchbacked old
Swedish?
Italian lady. Sweetest.
I thought she was Italian.
And Swedish. She's Swedish. And made fucking biscotti. I remember the biscottis that her and my great grandfather used to make. All this weird shit. I had a dream, the most fucking vivid dream I've ever had in my life. She used to go, "Oh, Charles Peter. Oh, it's so good." And she used to squeeze my face. "Oh, Charles Peter, it's so good to see you."
I can see why. I want to squeeze your face every time I see you.
Before my cheeks had so much to grab. And it's I remember I had a dream. And she said, "Oh, Charles Peter." She's saying hi to me, and she's like, we're talking and shit. And I wake up, I'm like, wow, that was fucking really realistic. And I told my mom about it, and my mom started to cry.
Yeah.
And she's like, "It's her birthday today."
Oh, shit.
That's fucking nuts.
Shit.
Wow.
It's wild.
Yeah, man.
They come to you in dreams.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I think we're
That's
lucky.
the only one that's ever happened to me in a dream, and it was felt so real.
Yeah.
They come to you in dreams.
Yeah. Most of this room, I'm kind of getting ready for the holidays here, but all those pictures of my family, my old family, especially on that end down there, especially the ones that fell down.
Halloween.
But even above there, those are my grandparents. That's my grandfather right there. That's I could smell. It's crazy. But that's some spooky shit right there.
We got a little deep there.
We did get a little deep.
We got a
whole different type of show. I actually looked over at Matt one time, and Matt didn't say a word. He was just kind of you believe in it so much, and you want it. It would look like you were just holy shit! You didn't know what to say. You're just in it.
It's just it makes me want to be like your brother-in-law.
No,
it's not
I don't wanna wake up
necessarily
in the
that
middle.
I want something like that to follow me around.
It's gonna
my
happen
life
now.
Do you
forever.
want to sleep
But,
over tonight? It sounds like it's happening.
Yeah, you can sleep in this room.
I have that weird mentality about the whole situation that it's not it's not like if there is, a ghost in front of you or whatever, it's like 99.9% of the time, it's not their intention to hurt you. It's their intention to get, like, their presence just known.
I don't know. You guys were awfully close to that shelf when it fell with glass.
Yeah, it broke.
Splinter
Hard
and all that
and heavy.
stuff.
Right, but like
Somebody
we were
wanted
saying
you.
when it happened, too, like, you definitely got to respect that. Like,
Yeah.
if something like that happens, like, if I saw an apparition in front of me and, like,
Yeah.
whatever... I'm not gonna like just go for it and be like, oh my god, let me pull out a camera and like do all that. I respect that, like, okay, it's there, whatever. But yeah, no, that was pretty intense.
Well, we got to get to the news, Jessica. And again, like, dogs have a
that.
sixth sense. And this
No.
dog, this is my buddy. This is my best buddy. And she never does. She does not sit on laps. Right now, she's like, you guys should not be
She's
talking
95
about this
pounds.
shit right now.
I can't feel one of my legs. It's completely numb at
Well,
this point.
then that's just what's going to
This
make
one's
the
sticking out,
news
still
even
getting
more
blood. The other
miraculous.
one-
You want me to feel it for you, Jess?
It's time for the news. The news is brought to you
was like, okay.
by Twisted Fates and Apothecary Brewing. They will be doing a collaborative beer in collaboration with us, MOBEER Cold Takes. That beer will be released on December 8th at Twisted Fates, where you can join us if you wear your ugly sweater, and you can meet us. I don't know what other
And all
incentive
that
you need.
It's a collab, right?
Yeah.
A collab.
No, it's a collab.
Co means
Collab.
two.
Collab.
Collab.
Collaboration.
is not even a
It's
word.
It's not a collaboration. It's
a
collaboration.
It's a collaboration.
It's a collab.
Potato,
Wait,
potato.
what did
No.
you just say? I said the same thing you said.
No, I'm yelling at him.
Oh, okay.
And now the news
You
with
simmer down.
the dog farted.
Get over here, dude. Get out of here,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Dog farts are the
Oh,
worst.
Jesus. All right.
That should get the ghost out of here.
What's our topic here? You didn't read the... There you go.
News.
Okay.
Established.
The news has become so much fun.
The New England Journal of Medicine has received a study declaring colonoscopies only work if you have one.
This is true. Why? That is so true.
Yeah,
It only-
it's true.
So,
I could have said that, and I'm not even a doctor.
and I thought you were gonna be like, and I don't even have a colon. So,
Who
so
knows?
no, don't move on yet. Wait, I have
Yeah,
I have
no.
something to say.
Talk about your colon.
No, not about my colon. It's about foreskin.
That's a,
Those aren't even...
that made a weird
Not even attached.
Two
but,
different
like,
ends.
They are certainly like everything on your body is attached. It's attached.
I guess so.
Just
yeah.
like your colon eventually turns into your foreskin.
colon is
Anyway,
connected to
what?
the foreskin.
So we all of us in this room have sons. Right?
Yes, we
And
do.
all of us have had to, and I'm not going to ask anyone what their decision was. All of us have had to make the decision on whether or not to.
Snippy, baby.
All right, volunteer the information all you want. Right? So all of us have had to make the decision on whether to get our sons circumcised, and it's a whether it's like an easy decision for you or not. It's a strange decision to make for somebody else. Right? Like, I'm going to change your body forever.
Yeah.
And like, what's the
But
reason?
you're doing them a favor because
what's the-
bitches don't like...
What's the reason behind it, right? I want to get you.
Cleanliness.
When someone is about to suck your dick, I want her to think it looks good. It's like what a weird thing to do to a
that's what you're
baby.
thinking about when
what went through your
When your
mind?
son
Yeah, of
is
course
3
it
hours
is.
old. Yeah, that's
Of
exactly
course
what
it
you're
is.
thinking of.
And
Yeah.
then to hear my wife's opinion on the matter was like, why do you have an opinion on this? Like, I wish you didn't have an opinion on this. Like, she's like, they look weird. I'm like, slut.
Now you've called her a slut and a hussy all in one night.
Yeah. Well, the hussy was for me, and she can be a hussy for me. But like, anyway, so it's a weird decision to make. So like,
Oh my god.
so like, I knew what decision I was going to make anyway, but I started like looking up like the benefits of circumcision. So like, oh, it's cleaner and this and that, and they're like, and it will prevent foreskin cancer. I'm like, no
Only
shit.
you can prevent
well,
foreskin
I'm like,
cancer.
No shit. Like if you cut
you
it
don't have
off,
foreskin, you can't have cancer.
I'm like, I could cut my pinky off and try to sell pinky surgeries as like, if you cut it
You have
off,
a
you will
pinky.
never have
Oh.
pinky cancer.
That's right. So if I don't have a brain, I can't get brain cancer.
Just remove it. I just thought it was the funniest
high
way
risk
to
for breast
like.
cancer.
I thought it was the weirdest way to like pitch fucking circumcision.
It's like the whole story, yeah.
It's like you will never
You don't
get
get a colonoscopy?
foreskin cancer if you cut it off.
Yeah.
Sold.
May the foreskin
Oh my God.
be with you, Charlie. So,
Bing the bump, bonka dink.
sports.
Sports.
Ding ding dong. 81-year-old Patriots owner Robert Kraft married 47-year-old Dr. Dana Blumberg. Bumberg? Is her name Bumberg?
Just read the card. It's
I never want to get
It's
so
Blumberg.
old that marrying
Oh,
a
it's
50-year-old
Blumberg,
woman
like,
is like
in Office Space.
If her name was
I just don't get it
Bumberg,
because
that would
she's
be
a
awesome.
doctor. I mean, she's probably pretty financially well off. Like, why does
Yeah,
she?
but she's not gonna
She must get
retire.
a killer massage.
Well, first of all, let me just say, gross.
Yeah, so, you know what?
Like,
Let me just say this.
why
Gross.
did she marry an 81-year-old?
You're right. Like, she's 47.
He paid for
She's
that
a
stadium
doctor.
himself.
Remember
I
when
get it.
Myra
What's the
died,
best thing
when his
about
first wife died,
81-year-olds?
he started dating some like 20-something-year-old girl. And then, but you know what I noticed was their wedding? Can you guys see this picture here?
Yeah.
No, not that one. This one. So this is a picture of the guests at their wedding.
Yeah, TB12 was there.
Yeah, but do you see anybody remotely close to Robert Kraft's age? None of his friends are there.
Are we talking about his age right now?
Where's her family?
Well, that too.
Where's
But,
either of their families?
I see
my
former Patriots players.
yeah, so like, how old is Jonathan Kraft? Is his mom now younger than him?
Jonathan Kraft is, I'm pretty sure.
Must be.
I think he's in his
80?
mid-50s.
I mean, it's better again. Like when Myra Kraft died, Robert Kraft started dating some 22-year-old.
But now
Remember that
she's going to
famous
get the whole team.
Oh, okay. I mean, she seems okay. I mean, she's a
girl.
doctor. She's not stupid. She's not a floozy.
No,
This is why
yeah,
she
for
ma- this
sure,
is why
but
she married.
tell me you
But-
can't get
Robert,
that's
are you
technically
But Robert
black.
Kraft's
see-
friends are
She's a
probably
pretty
old.
girl.
I see
That's
that
why they're not
she's
there?
going to get the team when he dies.
are we
and
suggesting
then she's going to sell it.
Are we suggesting that Robert Kraft is the world's biggest cuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he is. I mean, the guy's a stud. I mean, and then like his friends, again, probably all of his friends his age are dead. That's why they're not there. But like his friends are like Malik Mill and like Tom Brady and Randy Moss and those.
He looks like shit.
He looks
Well,
like
that's
he's
probably
being held
why
up
they had
by
to
her.
hurry this wedding. That's
like
that's
carrying
why
He's on his way out?
It was
they
like
were
nobody
planning
knew
like,
about
well,
it.
let's
think
do
he's toast.
September 23, and Bob's like,
He's like, I
I'm just
don't know.
lucky to wake up every morning, babe.
He's like, what are you doing in September? He's like,
I just want to get
Open
away.
it up.
most
Not
likely
you.
nothing.
Not you.
I might come back and haunt you if
Yeah.
you want to get married that way.
Fuck, dude.
I'll be at Mo and Jess's dead.
Robert Kraft could not fucking haunt me.
Oh, now that you said that he can't, maybe
What
he
does he
will.
do?
I mean, there's worse people that haunt you,
Right.
But
I'm
he's
saying.
not going to you. He's going to some
I want-
Asian massage
dude.
place.
Millionaire, like fucking a billionaire like Robert Kraft's gonna haunt me. He's like, ooh, I forgot to buy your Nutella. I hope you're scared. I'll be all right, Robbie. You're like, we're cool.
No way. He's getting Yankee.
Next in the news, weather. It's foggy out.
It was
Well-
foggy. It's not foggy in here anymore.
Yeah, so that card doesn't really work anymore
Yeah.
because it was supposed to be foggy in here still.
I don't know why.
I'm glad it's
I
not.
printed my own news, but Mo wrote some news too.
Yeah, well,
In beer news today, Trillium has purchased the Old Spencer Trappist Brewery. Scattoberfest is going to be 10/22 to 1/7 Reading. You already read all this, Mo. Wandering Souls, Apothecary, Sakamakachara.
Yeah, I read all that
Food,
stuff. It's
Music,
your
News.
stories.
All right. I don't
Ouch.
know why I put that. Sorry, I
lap.
need a paper cutter in my cards. Sorry.
What was the first one? Oh,
Trillium.
Trappist was I believe that was the last monk Trappist brewery in the country, right?
At least in New England, but it may be in the whole country, yeah. I wish
Oh
I
my
could get
God.
close to my mic, but my dog is in the way here.
This is so funny. I printed this off at work, and I just found the specs to my client's oven
Oh,
attached. So
Excellent.
I'm gonna have to bring that back to
I did
work.
that.
Anyway, so I know how big to make her hole. In other
I
news,
can't believe you pronounce it Scattoberfest.
I didn't write that. Mo did.
Oh, no,
but
you
it
pronounced
doesn't. Yes, you pronounced it. It's Scottoberfest. You put the T in the wrong place.
Sounded like
You
scat.
emphasize the T.
Yeah, you pronounce
It is not
When
scat at
Kendall
all.
was little one
It was a
time,
poop
she
party.
was like, "Did you guys know that scat means poop?" It was hysterical.
This is Matt's
She said it
going
over and
away
over
party,
again.
basically, and you just called it shit.
No, I didn't.
You called
I
it
think
Scattoberfest.
whatever they come up with, I'm in.
Tomato.
We get next.
Everyone in Maine is high due to a Maine marijuana growing facility destroyed in a wildfire this past weekend. The Bassboro Fire Department said in a Facebook post that they responded to a fire that someone reported, and everything burns, and no one can really tell you what happened because they were all high. But no one was injured.
Thank God.
Is there fog juice in these things? Like, what is
There is. There is fog juice. Fog juice is exactly what it's
literally
What am I
what it's
blowing
called?
out?
Literally called fog juice.
What am I inhaling and exhaling?
You are inhaling
What's the
fog
ABV
juice.
on fog juice?
It is 5.7% alcohol by volume, made by Channelmarket Brewing, Beverly, Massachusetts. Fog juice. Anybody out there looking for a great name of a beer?
Fog
Fog juice.
I can taste it.
Sounds like an abomination.
Usually
beer.
it like tastes like vanilla. Remember like 8th grade dances and they would have the fog and I was like sticking my tongue out. I was like vanilla.
that wasn't the fog that you tasted.
Oh, what was that? All right, next story.
Did you guys know that Burger King created a left-hand Whopper?
Fuck off.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
now
right.
you're just making shit up.
News in the fast food industry flies across the globe, particularly among brand devotees, from secret menus to produce releases and special surprises, and some customers have felt like that special effort soared when Burger King announced a major accommodation to left-hand diners. Hi, I'm also a lefty. Anyway, it all started.
So how do you feel about this burger?
I
What the
never-
fuck is the difference?
Are you excited about this
So
burger?
instead of holding it in your right hand, you hold it in your left hand. Does it have a
I-
handle? Like, what is it? What is the? How is it a
I thought
left-handed
your
burger?
fucking news story was upside down for a second. You were reading off.
I honestly never noticed. I hold my sandwiches with both hands. My mother
Because you have
tells me
tiny
I
fingers.
eat like a raccoon. All hands on to the job.
Yeah.
So
So
anyway,
how is it a left-handed burger?
it was the statement created according to the estimated at the Burger King. Basically, they put the lower bun. They compensated for the weight of the lower bun. They shifted the weight. Strategic placement of sesame seeds on the adapted bun prevented the seed loss.
What if you opened the
they
box?
Also,
Could you imagine the fucking rollouts that Burger King
They
had for
moved-
this?
Right?
And they were like, they get everyone. Tell me who this is. They get everyone in the room, right? And they present this left-handed burger.
Hold on,
And
his feet aren't touching the ground again.
no, they're there. They're there. They get everyone in the room and they present this left-handed burger. They have everyone make one. Right?
Yeah.
They have everyone taste one. And then they're like, guests are gonna love it, right? The guests are gonna love this.
Can
right?
you feel the weight on the left-hand
Who's
side?
excited for this left-handed burger? Who am I? Come on.
I don't know.
Oh, you know.
I don't know.
Same initials, trademark.
Tim Miller. Martin. Tim Martin. Tim Martin. Yeah.
You guys are gonna love
yeah,
this,
guys.
right?
You guys got to be wicked excited.
You guys,
Can you
Wow.
feel the weight in the
Wow.
left hand, but
Really
you can't feel it in the right hand?
You really can. This is really a left-handed burger, right? We did it again. Guests are gonna love it.
Oh my God, what a reach. But now I want to try it.
You think it's real? You think that's
is
real?
it still out there?
well, listen, this upset a lot of people. Right-handed people were showing up demanding right-handed Whoppers, and
Did this come out of the fucking copy of the Inquirer that you have? Like, I swear, stop it.
Inquirer's over here.
Stop
We
it.
haven't touched it.
Dextrous eaters presumably remained neutral since the original Burger King
which ones were
ad
neutral?
included an asterisk notice.
Holy
ambidextrous consumers.
Of course they didn't care.
Ambidextrous consumers will not be affected by these changes. Was it all just a prank or ill-fated good intention? Remember that hamburger is
shit.
inherently round and held with both hands. It was an April Fool's Day, and the sandwich was named Whopper, a word defined by Merriam-Webster as an extravagant untruth. So yes, the left-handed Whopper was a good, natured hoax. I can't read.
Fuck you. You just wasted how many minutes of our time on an April Fool's joke? Do your research, woman. Oh, all right. The
I
news has
did.
been brought to you by April Fools, apparently. We have got to get in our top five draft off here.
But
and
I can imagine the fucking righties there be like, this fucking bullshit. Like we were
right, yeah, of course. It's,
like America is righties.
People were freaking out about
fucking
it.
liberals in their left hands.
Mara, make America righties again.
Well, and based on it, other companies started saying, well, we're appreciative left-handers too. Like Longhorn Steakhouse rolled out a knife with the serrated edges on the other side of the knife. So it
All
good steak knives are not.
They're not favored to either hand.
Yeah, they're unbiased to the hand. Yeah. It's right down the. All right.
I'm a lefty, but I learned both because nobody believes in left-hand shit.
I am undefeated in the top
You are
5
not.
draft
You've
off.
literally lost 2-0 both times.
2-0 with my, and it hasn't even been close. I
You're right, it hasn't
destroyed
been.
Charlie in both of the draft offs. Jessica,
So ridiculous.
we need a topic to draft off here, if you would.
This week, we
And
want
Matt,
to hear...
listen closely,
You were-
because we haven't had a viable judge for this yet. So we need you to give your input,
Still don't.
and we need you to, unless you're wrong, give a winner at the end.
Oh, okay.
But
So we didn't put the vegetable one out to the craft beer.
we didn't need to.
Yes, we did.
I destroyed
We
you in that one.
This isn't. We need to. No, this is a democracy.
You guys
This is-
changed the rules and were like, well, it's
How
only
did we
vegetables you can eat. The word vegetable is the word vegetable. That's it. Michael J. Fox, motherfucker.
Stop it. You can't. say-
Jake.
All right, Jessica, what's this week's topic?
This week's topic, top 5 favorite fall things.
All right, here, give.
I'm nervous because I
Charlie
only
draw a card.
I only wrote down 5 things, and my normal intention is to write down 10.
Yeah.
In the event,
Yeah, because I'm going to take half
you
of
take
yours.
all of them. I don't
I'm
know. I
probably
don't think you're going to take half.
Oh.
The most you could possibly take is 3.
Okay.
Because you only have 3 turns before I.
Listen to fucking Einstein doing the math over there.
I fucking lost. I
I
had
got
4s and 5.
7.
Fuck this. I dumped 4 and 7. I played blackjack last night. After I fucking.
What's your number?
It's 4. You win.
No, I go first.
Loser.
Well, it's okay. It's been every other game.
You're right.
All right, my first round draft pick for all things fall, and honestly, like fall's awesome. It's the greatest season by far of all, and the only it's just comfortable.
Spring is good.
It's just like there's so
Spring
many
is
good
good.
things about it.
Spring
Spring
is good.
is
I
good,
just
but
wish
it never
spring-
happens.
I just wish. You're right. I just wish spring wasn't so wet.
Yeah, it's what. Where the fuck you go? You're a judge.
Pack me another beer.
This is ridiculous. The number you're supposed to stock up.
Tell
and
me
put
about
them-
how great fall is.
Fall is wonderful. I mean, I'm going to give up answers if I tell you all the reasons why, of course. But fall, it's just like things change, and it's the hope that winter isn't going to suck as much as you know that it actually will. After you just sweat your balls off, summer sucks. The picture
I don't
of
love
what you
summer. I
think
don't love
summer
summer.
should
I don't
be
love
is
summer.
is nice, but then once it hits like 90
How
and 100,
expensive is summer?
what and
Summer's
how
so
so?
expensive. Everything, air conditioning, vacation,
Yeah.
fucking everything is expensive. Like you pay out the ass, and then
Yeah.
winter comes, and then you fucking.
You got to shower like twice a day.
Yeah, no, I don't love summer. I enjoy the social aspect of summer.
Definitely.
I don't love
barbecues and
This is one of the reasons I didn't move to the Carolinas. I almost moved to North Carolina. Lindsay and I actually toured North Carolina looking at apartments one summer. And it was fucking hot as nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that
Not a
all the
chance.
time. I love it's beautiful down there. Raleigh, like I love it. But
All right, coming in hot with the number 1 draft choice for why fall is awesome. The one and only obvious reason, and you're gonna hate this because you're not a man, but it's football.
that's not even on my list.
Well, of course it's not on your list because you got some girly pussy list, but
No,
football is
I got a
clearly
girly pussy
the
list.
number 1 draft pick of why
Mo's over here like fall's so great
college,
because
NFL,
I can wear my Uggs.
high school.
I wear plaid.
Fucking Uggs.
And just things change in the fall. It's so lovely. And I'm a loser because I don't like football. Give me a break.
Sweater weather.
Give me a break. Go fishing. You fucking smoke a cigar, you loser.
Football.
Yeah. Foreskin. Oh no, that's a different list. That's wrong. No. Apple cider donuts, loser.
Fuck off! I had that.
Ooh,
Yeah, you did.
that was a good one.
excellent.
What number was that? What number was that on your list? I just want to know.
It was
yes.
It was
take it
definitely
away.
next. You took
Yep,
it away.
That's
you
right.
are. That's an excellent choice.
Yeah,
I'm
you're right. It
upset.
is.
You might have a. No, you're slightly behind me right now.
I'm not. I'm not.
Football.
You know, I fuck. Oh God, there was an argument that I heard yesterday that solidified my reason for thinking people that love football are idiots. And I can't remember it, so I'm an
Because
idiot.
it's wrong.
It's not wrong.
Oh shit! Now I gotta come in strong with my second
it was
pick.
Justin. It was Justin Pike's fucking post, and he was like, "Oh, Tom, watching his life spiral because he just
Has
couldn't-
nothing to do with
he
football."
couldn't please Giselle." And like people were commenting and being like no, he doesn't have a supportive wife. Like being this committed to another man's marriage and home life because you disagree with his career decisions is a problem. It's not like it's like you have no business passing judgment. It has nothing to do. You have no business commenting on the situation. You're just you're just. Oh God, you're just a loser. You're just an idiot. Until he pulls a fucking Tiger Woods and his wife smashes his car window in with a golf club while he's fucking high.
I don't care.
Like, it's not even a news story
I don't care
until
about Tom
that
Brady's
happens.
personal life. I care about what he does on the football field when he played for the
He
Patriots.
sucks. Yeah, whatever.
All right, now I really gotta step up
behind.
with pick number 2 because that was a good one. So I'm gonna go
They need to have cinnamon sugar, by the way.
second pick. I'm just gonna go with pie. All
You can't just say
pies.
that. No,
I can say pie.
No, you cannot.
That's
Why can't I say
extremely
pie?
vague. No,
You cannot
that's
say.
extremely
So you can
Pie.
have pie. You can have pie because you're wrong. You can have pie.
What do you mean I'm wrong?
You can have pie. You can have
best thing
pie.
about fall.
You can have pie.
Pie
You
is
can have
not
pie.
all year long. When do you ever have a pie unless it's Thanksgiving?
Lemon meringue,
Winter?
you have key lime.
I have plenty of pie in the winter.
Yeah.
It's a great pick.
Yeah. You ever had pizza Gana?
Debatable.
It's vague.
I haven't had a pizza Gana in a long,
You know what
long
it is,
time.
though.
No, I don't know what pizza Gana is.
So if you haven't had it in a long time, how do you not know what it is?
I just haven't had one.
Ever. So a long time being your entire life. Okay. Pizza Gana is an Italian tradition. It's a pastry crust filled with like ricotta cheese and cubed ham and like it's like
a fucking calzone.
no, it's like a super quiche.
It's a
but not
calzone.
like eggy. Like
Well, again, not a pie.
it is a pie. You cook in a pie tin.
Well, then you call
Tell me,
pizza
tell
is
me it's not a
technically
fucking
a pie.
It's not a pizza.
But I'm talking like pumpkin and apple and pecan.
Okay, no, you said no. You're not talking pumpkin apple.
You said pie.
Yes, I am.
All
A
pie,
pie.
quote unquote.
Oh,
all
for
pie.
fuck's sake, you
can't
know what I
take
mean.
All pie means all pie. Cream
Okay,
pie?
I take
You
all
like
pies then.
Cream pies?
I take all pies.
You take a cream pie too?
I took a cream pie a few
You
weeks
did,
ago.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What's your next pick?
Fuck you. All pie. Because this doesn't fall under all pie because it's better than all pie. Apple crisp.
Yep.
Oh, that's
That's not
so
pie.
similar.
So similar
It's a
to
good pick.
I
It's
like
not
apple
It's a good
crisp.
pick.
A pie is encased.
You're sticking with your theme right now with cider
Apples?
donuts and apples. It's all
No,
fucking
there's no more
apples
apples on this list.
I would hope not.
But a pie is encased, and apple crisp is topped. A la mode. Bitch.
All right, I'm going to take this back now.
can
As I
try,
feel
but
like I'm slightly behind. At
You
the
are
moment.
way behind.
Slightly behind. I'm going flannel number 3. Wearing
No.
flannel,
No,
all
you're
the
a geek.
flannel.
You're a geek.
Yeah, flannel's good.
Geek?
Flannel's all right, but it's not as
Flannel's
good.
amazing.
It's not as good as the piece of clothing that I have on my list.
If you say hoodies, you're just a that
It's
doesn't.
hoodies.
Of course, it's fucking
It's
hoodie.
fucking hoodie, isn't it?
Of course,
it's a hoodie. You can wear a hoodie any time of the year. You
I
literally
do.
do. There's
But
nothing
like-
like a cool night on the beach with a hoodie.
Yeah, no, fuck
That's
off.
not hoodies have nothing to do with Thanksgiving with
No
fall.
one said anything about Thanksgiving. Try it again.
That has nothing to do with fall.
How does
A
it not
hoodie.
have any?
A flannel you can't wear year round. You can't wear any
A
other
hoodie-
time of the year. But a
Fall
hoodie you wear
is the
year round.
first time in months where it's like I'm gonna wear a hoodie. And
No, it's not because
Sweater
cool
weather.
nights on the beach or
Throw-
up by the fire pit, you're
yes,
wearing a hoodie.
Yes. Cool nights on the beach hoodies.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
which isn't in the fall.
But
all day long?
highest usage per hour
Per season.
via hoodies per unit of hoodie measurement is in the fall.
It's probably in the winter.
No, winter you wear a coat.
So you don't wear your hoodies in the. What
No,
are
no,
you
that's too
wearing
much.
under that coat?
A shirt.
A hoodie.
We're in the 4th round already.
I can't believe I'm not even gonna have to make substitutes on my. I picked 5. I got all 5 because you suck. Go.
I mean, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is number 4. Just everything about Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's great.
Thanksgiving.
I took that off your list, didn't I? Was that on your
No,
list?
it's not on my list.
Oh.
I conceded
How
it
could
to
Thanksgiving
you.
not be on your list?
Because I wanted to give it to you to give you,
You
a
hate
fucking
family.
chance.
You hate giving
No,
thanks.
I just wanted to give you a
hate
chance. I because
You do the
you want to know
tomahawk
what
chop, don't
you want to know what I gave up Thanksgiving for? Basic bitches.
Yeah. Those are the boots, leggings.
Han Solo season.
Han Solo season. I'm guilty of it.
This is my version of Michael J. Fox on my list. Here we
Well
go.
played. Well, I don't even know where to go from there. I have no idea where to go from there.
Basic pumpkin spice loving, Ugg boot
I'm
wearing,
wearing
Oh my
a pumpkin
God.
spice candle in the dining room right now.
apothecary hat wearing basic bitches.
Hey.
Oh my God. All right. Well, I there's only one way to finish. Then it's corn mazes. I'm just going corn mazes.
Yeah, you're
When have
right.
you been in a corn
There it
maze?
is. Because I'm
My 4-year-old just came home and bragged about the corn maze.
I have so many
he went
other
through,
things
like-
on my list, and corn mazes.
So many
was
other things.
at
You
the-
only had to choose 5.
I have like 11 just in case, but.
You lost.
I
don't even.
I don't
need
know
my
that I
fifth
lost.
pick. I don't even.
I don't
need
feel
my
as good
fifth
about this
pick.
one.
I don't even need my 5th pick to win.
Can I have your 5th pick?
My fireside beers.
Oh.
Fires, but sitting by the fire was on my list. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Fireside beers, because
Oh,
you know
crap.
what's great about fireside
Candle.
beers in the fall? You don't even need a cooler.
True that. Yeah.
So great.
No, it's,
Just get
that
it
is
far,
true.
far enough away from the fire.
That is
Like,
true.
you don't even need a cooler. It's fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
All right. Well,
You got obliterated.
you know what we left on the table? We left
Blankets.
blankets. No, fuck that. We left leaves changing,
No,
leaf
because this
peeping.
is-
We left.
No, I
jumping?
included that. That was all included in the basic pitch choice.
So then is that pumpkin beers?
Hot
Pumpkin
cocoa.
beers are in the basic pitch.
with
What about just like
Sambuca?
Oktoberfest, which I was going to go with like 3 times?
Yeah,
I
Oktoberfest
had
has
that
failed.
initially as I circled a 3 next to it, and I never even said it.
That's what I did with what did I choose?
Vegetables?
Potatoes last week.
I didn't even read this until now. I had it on my list, and this would have won the whole thing. But Charlie Brown Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special.
Oh man, that was a good one.
That would have been of course when he calls grandma and he's like, "Can my friends come over?" And she's like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah." And it's like, "You guys can come over," but Snoopy is like the Red Baron, and he's taking care of business in World War VII or something because World War II is well over. But
I mean, that's
all right, Matt, who do you vote for as a winner here?
So
this.
Remember, I started with
honestly,
football.
I honestly don't know, because like on one hand, Charlie is the clear definitive winner because
How is that on one hand?
One hand is clear definitive. There is no
both
other
did
hand.
have an extremely vague topic. Like you said pie.
We were both
and you
on the same-
categorized basic bitch. Like you took
Basic bitch was that was a horrible one
No, you said all
because
pie.
you included everything in that.
No, not until
You
after the
included all
contest was
pie.
over. You
I
included all
no,
pie.
but pie is not a fall thing.
Pie is a fall thing.
no,
it's
it's
not.
a cool
Apple,
weather thing.
Pecan, pecan,
Shoe fly.
Shoe
you
fly.
I
fucking
was just
Amish
talking about
rhubarb.
that the other day.
everything.
this is
Cherry. She's my cherry
Blueberry
pie.
pie.
So you picking Charlie? You
No,
know,
I'm not though, because you had the football and that like in itself.
One
if he doesn't
answer,
have it
one
on there.
answer does not win a draft.
Yes, it does.
How many
It could.
how many times has the
could.
first round draft pick sucked ass and like nothing?
But
comes
how
of
many
it?
times does it carry a team?
It's
Minimal.
a 10% chance, maybe.
It's no.
I have a solid.
Hold on.
fucking
You're thinking
team
the wrong
that
sport
will
here.
Bulldoze.
You're thinking
your
the wrong
entire-
sport because we're picking 5. So if you're thinking 5, we're thinking like basketball. So LeBron James is a first round pick, completely turns around, or Michael Jordan is completely that one pick is all that matters. They win championships on their own. Football wins a championship on its own. Matt votes for me. Jessica, what do you vote for?
Matt did not vote for you.
Wait, who did
Matt
Matt
is
vote
so
for?
undecided. He said you were the clear winner, and then I was like,
Clear
Charlie
and
wins. And he said
decisive.
no.
But then all of a sudden, but like there is the football aspect.
One
of it.
football.
Like when the leaves start to change, I'm like, fuck yeah,
Football.
football, baby. Like,
Baby.
That's the first thing I think of
First thing,
before
only thing.
anything else. I'm
Literally,
just like,
I'm gonna have a
let's
slice
go.
of pie,
Who
maybe multiple
gives
pies.
A shit about like
While I wear my
why?
flannel.
flannel.
Eating pie.
I got the superior.
Whatever else I
With a
mix.
friggin' scallion.
I got the superior clothing option.
After I've taken my kids to corn
I
maze.
got the superior.
I agree with hoodie.
I got the
flannel?
superior.
Yeah.
I got
Hoodie
the
versus
superior.
flannel, you're picking a hoodie.
Because
I
I'll
agree
wear a
with
hoodie
flannel over
90% of the time, and I will only wear a flannel 15-20% of the time.
All right,
so I'll put
Jessica.
the flannel over.
You're a female. Females look better in flannels.
No,
than they
she
do
prefers
hoodies.
me in a flannel over a hoodie.
He does look good in
I look good in
You're
flannel.
a lumberjack looking motherfucker.
I'm a lumberjack
He
looking
is.
motherfucker. Jessica, who's your winner?
I feel like I want to plead the fifth.
You did
She's
that.
picked me.
You've
You know
done
she's
that.
chosen me twice.
I do. Yeah.
That means there's only one way to settle it.
3 for 3.
Just so I can stay married, I
Stop it! No!
All right.
So
I feel like I'm 3-0.
to destroy it and make it a
This-
stalemate, I wrote for Charlie.
This is no. This is no. This is
So now
this
you
is
guys have to
partisan.
rock, paper,
This
scissors.
brings us to the
Immediately.
end
You want a
of
thumb
another
wrestle?
episode. Can I get a time on this
You
one?
want
I
a
feel
thumb
like it's 2
wrestle?
hours.
We're just about 2
155.
hours.
Did you have something else there? I'm sorry. Were you just gonna say something, Charlie?
Foreskin, apple cider, basic bitch.
Foreskin apple cider sounds disgusting. Jessica, do you have a ditzy blonde moment for us before we go?
During COVID times, I went to JCPenney to return something, and all the lines were going really weird into different departments, and I found myself standing behind a mannequin for a really long time.
Thank you, Twisted Fate Brewing. 120 Andover Street, Danvers, Massachusetts. Thank you, Apothecary Brewing. 303, I don't remember anymore. I think it's 303 Main Street, North Reading, Massachusetts. Thank you, MOBEER. You're always awesome. Make sure you guys join the Craft Beer Mafia. That's on Facebook. Follow us on
do it.
Instagram.
Have some fun.
Make sure that you get snipped. No, girls don't like foreskin. Thank you, Charlie Chuggs.
You're welcome, loser.
So my son lost his within like 8 hours of being alive. So
Yeah,
Thank you to Jessica, J-Mo.
You're so welcome.
Matt, it was good to see you again. You going to be
it's
here
good
next
to be
week?
back. I mean, I'm down.
He's down
Are
to
we
get
Tuesday?
down.
Are we Monday or Tuesday?
We are Monday night next
Monday.
week. We'll be doing
I'll be
recording
back.
because next week we have a very special guest. Next week we are going to have the one, the only
Jason
Andy
McGrath.
Ferg joining us of North Shore Beef fame, amongst other things, and F Buddy's podcast.
He's going to participate in the draft next week.
He needs to participate. I would agree with that. Yes. So
You gotta use like a
Beautiful
spoof
life.
deck for him for asshole too.
I don't know. I'm just trying to do
he
a
is
close here. I'm not
automatically
looking to
the
answer
asshole.
questions.
We should, and then we should set
We're
the wheel.
asking questions for
We
the
should set the
people.
wheel after that too.
He'll be here next week. I am not sure if maybe we'll get an Al sighting. If not, we're going to have him sing a song for us. Thank you, by the way, for the songs. Our opening song is done by the Satyrs from 1969.
You took my idea.
Craig Morrill, my dad, wrote that song. Our closing is by Bob's Day Off, Paper Bag, outstanding song. So thank you to you guys too. We don't thank you guys enough. If we really had one thing that we wanted to close off and tell all of you, it would be
Go
fuck yourselves. Bye. The red button.